lock in. The Last Honest Streamer. It's a video about queso.
And the internet loves the spectacle. The bigger it is, the louder it is. The more expensive it looks, the better it performs. Look at the top of Twitch right now. It's flooded with million-dollar mansions, celebrity subathons, streamers buying their 10th dream car. Everything seems to be built around the question,
I don't know. I'm going to have the take that I think the streaming world is pivoting back to desktop. And I think Jinxie and Queso are paving that. I think that there was this like year-long span of like IRL, big event, blah, blah, blah. And you? Well, no, I'm like way behind them on the streaming sense. On YouTube, I'm bigger than Jinxie, not Queso. But no, like Queso and Jinxie are like the desktop guys, you know? Part of becoming an adult is going to the doctor and checking on your health. But making an appointment and even finding a doctor can be a pain, and that is where ZocDoc, the sponsor of today's video, comes into play. ZocDoc makes it easy to find local doctors that fit your needs and insurance. Just input location, type of doctor needed, and when you want an appointment, and ZocDoc will show you nearby doctors that you can schedule right away with the click of a button. I have alpha-gal, or the red meat disease, and before I knew I had it, I just started having symptoms of it. I was breaking out in hives constantly, and I had no idea what was wrong with me. I had never been to an allergist in my entire life, and I had no idea where any of them were or how to even get in contact with one. And when I went on ZocDoc and I searched up allergists, they showed me all the ones in my local area and helped me get an allergist that I needed. Being young does not equate to not needing appointments. Keeping your health in check matters, and ZocDoc is there to help you be proactive for your health. They have more than 150,000 providers with over 200 specialties in all 50 states. They also have real patient reviews and doctor profiles to help you find who you want. If you have a problem, get it checked out. And if you're young, get checkups. Even if you feel fine, it's great to stay proactive and have a baseline so you know when something's going wrong and when you need to change something alongside your medical practitioners, which you're able to find with ZocDoc. I know it seems small, but clicking the link in the description is the first step in prioritizing your health. Go to ZocDoc.com/Bartolozzi to get started and check that appointment off your to-do list. Thank you to ZocDoc again for partnering with us and for helping us take better care of our health.
How much money can we burn on camera? And then there's this guy. Queso is in
a 720p webcam in a dark room wearing a hoodie. Playing Fall Guys still. 50K viewers. Playing Fall Guys in 2026 and still pulling 50K views. Bro, that game is dead. That game is dead, and it's still so entertaining to watch him play it. That's like the weirdest. I think about that constantly. I'm like, Queso still plays Fall Guys. Like, that is, dude, he plays Fall Guys, and he has fucking 100x viewers versus Fall Guys player base. Like, I think he is single-handedly keeping that game, like, afloat. Like, monetarily. Like, I think if Queso didn't play Fall Guys, that game would just be dead. Like, no one would play that, and nobody plays it. Right? How many active players are on Fall Guys? This only might show Steam stats. Right now, there's 640 people on Steam on Fall Guys. That's excluding console players, but it does say on average, Fall Guys averages 1,000 players. That's bad. What's like a normal game? Like not Subnautica 2 or something that just dropped. What's like a game that's not popping but isn't dead? Don't say Fortnite. Fortnite's fucking still huge, even though it is dying. What's like, like Overwatch, or, you know, like Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals is like a forever game. It's not like popping, but it's still huge. Yeah, they have 114,000 people on Marvel Rivals right now. 114K. Wow, they've actually been like doing pretty well. What's Overwatch at? I'm just curious. Overwatch is 64K on Steam, but they also have other launchers.
It's interesting, because on paper, he's doing almost everything wrong. His production quality is kind of garbage.
Queso, where'd he come from? 200,000 viewers playing Fall Guys yesterday.
Yeah, it wasn't even zoomed in or cropped.
His setup isn't designed to be some massive content machine. Half the time he's live, he's playing some random game most people have never even heard of.
Your costume's so—
It's the slot machine, bro. It's the meta. Playing indie horror games is infinite content. There are, dude, I actually could play 5 hours of horror games every day for the next 6 years. There are like 100 new horror games a month.
kid.
I mean,
and they're so fun though. It's just straight slop. It's like, dude, it's feel good content. Why don't you? I do. I play horror games every week. Not as much as Queso, but I play horror games a lot.
Your entire job is getting people to watch you. You don't turn down a Mr. Beast video. But Queso...
No, you don't. I played the Family Trip the other day, which is a game where you go camping with like a divorced family and then everybody just dies. Like there's no plot. There's no plot. It's just funny though because the characters are so stupid. It's like, dude, oh my god, I was so high in that too.
So did.
Queso did not respond to my message.
And somehow...
Bro, Queso don't be collabing. Queso don't be fucking traveling. Queso don't do really many sponsors. Queso actually could be... Queso's already still top 5 biggest Twitch streamers. Queso could be the biggest creator on YouTube gaming and Twitch-wise. Not even close if he just streamed with people. Like, collabs is like a cheat code for views. Like, if you fucking stream with another guy that's bigger, all you gotta do is just stream with people that's why you see all these top guys just stream with each other. Like, you see all the core guys stream with each other because it just fucking fills their view counts. Like, if Queso and Jinxie stream together every day, Queso would average 100K.
Despite doing the opposite of what the internet tells creators they're supposed to do, he's still one of the biggest streamers on the planet. How does that happen?
Oh my god, he has the perfect audience, too.
The honest answer is that none of this should have worked, because Queso's had the odds stacked against him since day one. Case Baker grew up in rural Arkansas. His hometown has a population just over 1,500.
Holy shit. Queso's from Arkansas? I knew he's from the South. I didn't know what state.
Hometown has a population just over 1,500. It's the kind of place where a new Walmart makes the front page, and where the church...
Oh my god, that's big news. That's big news in that city.
Churches outnumber the stoplights. Towns like that don't have a lot going on. So, as a quiet kid, Case did what quiet kids in quiet towns have always done. He disappeared into a screen. In this case, a PlayStation. Call of Duty on repeat.
Disappeared? Bro, I just feel like if you're a kid in Arkansas in, like, the early 2000s, because Case was, like, what, 26, 28? I feel like, bro, you just playing old Call of Duties and riding dirt bikes.
And when YouTube started blowing up in the
going fishing
early 2010s, he was right there watching Nate Shot and
Queso was not 19. Are you guys on crack? Queso was born in the 90s, chat. Queso was way older than 19. Are you that's an inside joke? Oh, does he say he's 19?
Optic guys built something that didn't exist.
Does he say he's 19?
A decade earlier. He watched gaming turn from a thing you did after school into an actual career.
Well, how does this sound? Making a living and even a small fortune just playing video games.
The biggest names were clearing their parents' annual salaries in a single weekend. And after watching that, it became Case's dream job. The problem was, he knew the odds, especially in his situation. His Wi-Fi was barely good enough to even watch YouTube. Uploading to it or streaming on Twitch, forget it. So he buried it. He graduated high school, bounced between jobs, often working 2 at a time, just to keep the lights on. For 6 years. 6 years of clocking in somewhere he didn't want to be. 6 years of watching other guys his age blow up online doing the exact same thing he'd given up on.
But more boring. But more boring. Dude, I think like 2019, this is just like, it's obviously subjective take, but I think the streamers that exist now are objectively more entertaining than the streamers from like 2018 to 2022. Bro, most of Twitch in like the Fortnite days was just people that were good at video games and had no personality. Like, there were guys that weren't that, but like pre-COVID, most of Twitch was just pro gamers. Like, that's it.
By the end of it, Case was broke. Burnout.
Like Ninja and Myth, Daquan, they were like the first personalities. Tfue, like they were the first guys that had more to say than he's cracked. Ludwig, bro, Ludwig blew up in like COVID. Ludwig was big in like 2020. Like, I'm saying pre that. I'm saying like 2017 streamers. Like Pokimane and like the 5 other people. Those are like the only people that are like memorable. Oh, Tyler won. Oh, never mind. My point is completely removed. Tyler 1 was the pinnacle of streaming. Oh my god, that guy was so entertaining. He still is so entertaining. Dude, oh my god. Tyler 1 days when he was banned from League, Delore. Never mind, I'm wrong. There are gems. There are gems, but they're far and few. That's Queso?
He was 1 bad week away from walking into a recruiter's office.
That's AI.
And signing up for the military. Then his mom stepped in, and she asked him the question that changed everything. Why not take a real shot at
Wow, Queso was going to join the military.
the whole streaming thing? What's the worst that happens? Now, streaming is one of the most
That is him. It's just an older photo.
competitive jobs on the planet. And if
Dude, I'm going to have the take that I think Queso could just no warm-up bench 315. Like, he just has that fucking barrel build that's just like, he could just he could just sit down on a bench, hit 315, get up and walk away.
you're like Case, trying to pursue it full time, you need to understand.
It's not hard when you weigh 400 pounds. Queso does not weigh 400 pounds.
There's levels to this.
How tall is Queso? Bro, he probably was like 280. 300. If he's like 6'2", if he's like 6'2", he probably was like 300 pounds. Bro, weighing 400 pounds? I don't think you've ever seen somebody in real life that weighs 400 pounds if you think Queso weighs 400 pounds.
Level 1, you can quit your job. Level 2, you're living large. And at level 3, you're the top 1% of the top 1%. Now, there's no direct
Sorry, what levels did he just say?
levels to this. Level 1, you can quit your job. Level 2, you're living large. And at level 3, you're the top 1% of the top 1%. Now, there's no direct translation from Twitch viewers to money. So for the sake of the example, we're going to say you reach level 1 at around 100 viewers. Once you're there, you can take the leap to streaming full time, which getting there sounds totally reasonable.
That's a very fair assumption. I would agree with that. I think it really is an average. Because Twitch viewers is so fluctuative on income off subs, how many cyclical chatters you have, how many hours you're streaming, and how many ads you're running, that like to be able to stream full time, I would say you have to average between 60 and 150. It varies depending on audience. Like, you could be a 60 viewer streamer and be full time, but like the average full time streamer that wants to make like 35K annually, you probably need like 120 viewers, and you probably need to stream like 50 hours a week.
It's not.
Which is more than a 9 to 5, but you're also sitting at a desktop.
Somehow convincing 100 people to watch you live is brutal. In the past year, 18.4 million people opened up Twitch and broadcasted live on the platform. I want you to guess how many of them actually made it to
Wait. What did he just say?
How convincing 100 people to watch you live is brutal. In the past year, 18.4 million people opened up Twitch and broadcasted live on the platform.
18.4 million people streamed in the last year?
18.4 million people opened up Twitch.
Wow. 18.4 million people streamed. Not even watched a stream.
And broadcasted live on the platform. I want you to guess how many of them actually made it to level 1.
Actually made it to level 1. 100K. 18.4. Or did he say 8.4? He said 18.4 million people streamed last year. How many of them have 100 viewers? 100,000. I think there's probably 100,000 streamers that average over 50 viewers. Over 100, maybe 50K? 50K streamers? More? You think there's more than 100,000 streamers on Twitch with over 100 viewers? I don't know, man. There's so many spaces on Twitch. If you just scroll the gaming category, it's just like endless.
Seriously, throw a number out there. The answer is 165,000.
That's not that far off. I actually lowballed it.
500.
Yeah, 165,000 full-time streamers.
36. That's less than 1%. For every person who gets to level 1, there's 100 that don't. Every big streamer you see today spent days, weeks, if not months streaming to an audience of 0. I mean, take Jinxie for example. He streamed to just 5 viewers for a year and a half before he ever made it.
5 viewers? He's grinding!
And I'm throwing all of these numbers at you for a reason, because without them, you wouldn't understand how truly insane what happens next is. Okay, so hate to interrupt myself here, but let's say you're like Queso and don't love your day job. Maybe you're not all that interested in streaming.com to start your business today. Queso hit level 1 in the first hour.
God, man, it's like a fucking mind virus. You just know when an ad's coming.
In the first hour of his first ever stream. And he didn't just get lucky.
Hey, yo.
Wait, what? Queso averaged 100 viewers in his first stream?
Today.
Because in like 24 hours, y'all took me from nothing to crazy.
You see, Queso hit level 1 in the first hour of his first ever stream. And he didn't just get lucky.
Hey, y'all came through deep from the top, man.
In the days before he went live for the first time.
Oh, was he streaming on TikTok and like posting clips? Because I'm pretty sure he just, like, his first like half year streaming was just 2K, right? He was like big in the 2K space.
Queso was already laying the ground.
Isn't that weird how like most streamers, there's so many streamers like Aiden Ross and Queso. Who else streamed 2K and got big? Didn't Speed used to be a 2K creator? So many guys stream 2K and then abandon that shit. Like, cause fuck 2K. Los, yeah, Neon. There's so many guys. Kai was a YouTuber though. There's so many guys that streamed 2K, got big, and then just dipped because 2K sucks.
Groundwork. He spent days filming and editing clips of him playing NBA 2K23. And on September 10th, 2022, he uploaded 22 videos to TikTok. The next morning, he woke up to over 10,000 followers and a comment section flooded with one question. So that night, he went live for the first time and the floodgates opened.
When I look down and I see 126 viewers, bro, I cannot believe it.
From that day on, he followed the same routine. Clock into the 9 to 5, hit the second job, cut a few lawns, then come home and stream until he couldn't keep it.
Oh my god, is that why his stream time was 6 p.m. Central? But now he streams at like 10, bro.
His eyes open.
He'd be running a night shift.
I don't want to go sleep, man. I don't want to go to work, man. I want another build, dog. All I want to do is make builds and play 2K forever. Why do I gotta go work?
After each stream, he'd find the best moments, clip them, and fire them back onto TikTok. The loop fed itself. Inside a week, he'd blown past 100,000 TikTok followers. Every stream was pulling 500 plus concurrent viewers.
Dude said, call the boss quit. This your life now, cuz? Dude, imagine.
And the number that actually mattered, he was making more money streaming at night than he was at his day job.
And no, y'all literally just donated more than I make in a week in one night. Bruh.
But Queso kept his head on straight. What shows up overnight can also disappear overnight. So before he quit his day job, he needed proof that this wasn't a fluke.
That's so smart of him, man, because it is like, there's so many people that get big on Twitch, and for like a month, they're making 1,000 a day. And they're going, holy, I am set. And then they fall off. And now they don't have a job. So it's like, oh, fuck. You know, like that happens all the time, amount of people, not less on streaming, more on TikTok, but like that was like earlier. You remember the amount of content houses and shit, motherfuckers just full committing to like moving across the fucking world, starting content up, then they fall off. And it's just like, oh shit, I can't run this trend into the ground anymore. Like,
he made a deal with his chat, hit 5,000 Twitch subs, and he'd quit his job.
That's pretty fair. Because that was probably pre $3 split. So if he hit 5K subs, he's making 10K. He's making what, 10,250 a month? Or no, 12,500 a month off subs. So he's making like over 100K a year. And then he decides he could quit.
This today we're gonna remember.
Because that's secure enough to where if you fell off, you'd have enough leeway money. Wow, he had the zombie sub emote. Chat, yo, this is like recognizable to anyone that fucking streams. If you ever started streaming, this is like this is the default sub. Why it's a zombie, I don't know. This is like OG stream setup. Like this is like your 5th stream ever. Like you have the zombie. Dude, mine's the fucking Joe Bart. Mine's still the old one. I don't even know if my alert box works anymore. How do I test that? Cool, it's and Finn for the sub. IX, Nell, Alex. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. I used to have that. I want to say, appreciate how much you are. Keep up the work. Oh, no. You can't have TTS. You can't have TTS. TTS can be really bad. No, I'm not keeping that shit. It's so distracting. I don't have my alert box anymore.
Remember forever, you feel me? This is a day we gonna remember forever.
I could do a TTS day, but people just spam I. That or they say like some crazy shit. I don't think there would ever be a problem with TTS. There 100% would be. Max up for the sub.
You know I love y'all, man. Thank you, bro. It's all y'all, you feel me? Thank you, man. Full-time Queso in the building, and I'm laying in their mouth, too.
Within just a few weeks, it was a done deal. Case's fan base was new, but dedicated, and they wanted to see him pursue this thing full-time.
Like I said, I've been dreaming of wanting to, be a streamer, a content creator since I was 13 years old. I finally took the leap, bro. I finally took the leap, and y'all came.
I never dreamed. I never pursued being a content creator, but I always used to commentate my own Clash of Clans gameplay on the toilet.
Came through for you, boy.
I remember wanting to be like a gamer, but like mobile games. I remember I was like, damn, dude, how sick would this be to be like, yo, y'all remember the OG Clash of Clans creators? They would gem their town hall to like town hall 10, and I'd be like, dude, if I had the money to make that a YouTube video.
For real, y'all came through crazy.
All right, guys, so we're going to be doing a Hog Rider build today.
No, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows from here. His internet was still garbage, like genuinely bad. Streams would lag or even just end because the connection bottomed out.
Do you see what I deal with?
And when you're trying to build an audio,
Holy shit.
and when you're trying
Was that download or upload? He has 1 megabit per second download.
connection bottomed out.
Do you see what I deal with?
And when you're trying to build an audience, that's the kiss of death. If your stream ends, they move on to the next.
What does that mean? To download Call of Duty would take like 6 days.
Eventually, numbers started slipping.
I don't even know how he was live. Like, I don't know how he was broadcast. Well, streaming's upload speed, but him having a 1 download, I don't know how he was streaming.
For a couple months, it looked like maybe the whole thing was a fluke. Maybe the bubble had already popped.
You know, I seen the numbers when I very first started. You know, the hype was there because I first blew up. Had like 800 viewers every night. Then y'all seen it dip to like, 100, 150. I was like, I gotta do something different or it's gonna go under.
Then he picked up a different game. Hogwarts
Oh my god, Hogwarts Legacy is when he blew up, and that's like not that hype of a game. I remember seeing his Hogwarts clips on TikTok.
Legacy. It was kind of a weird choice. It had a totally different audience from the 2K crowd he'd built, but he streamed it anyway. Clipped a moment and posted it to TikTok.
Wasn't that like a bad game, most people would say? I feel like that game didn't do that great.
Look, I see the sun
That's even more shocking.
peeking through the window a little bit. Sleep schedule gone now. Gotta make Hufflepuff proud, though. Hey, it is.
I want to look at his Twitch tracker. Here's mine for fucking perspective. This is like every month you could see where the views up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You usually have dip months, peak months. Like let's look at Jinxie too. Jinxie was bottomed out for like 3 years. And then right around here he just starts peaking. Jinxie's in like second arc right now. What is that face? What is that? What is that face he's making right now? Looks like a Queso. Wow, Queso's like the most consistent creator ever. Like, yeah, 600 views first month. Dipped down to 189 average in January of 23. And then he hit in January of 24, he hit 56K, and he has literally averaged that every month for 2 years. Wow. 60 seconds? Bro, he has like 1,000 hours in that game. Well, now it's probably a yearly salary a day, but I'm saying when he had 2,500 viewers, he was probably making like 300K a year.
Heavy, I mean it. At any given moment, there are about 3 million users on Twitch watching content. When you break down the viewer distribution by channel rank, the picture gets pretty clear. Out of the millions of channels on the platform, the top 250 pull over half the viewership. That's the difference between level 2 and level 3. While it seems like the easiest jump on the ladder here, it's actually the most difficult. There's a specific blueprint nearly every streamer has followed to make this jump. Here, I'll break it down for you. What you're looking at right now is 5 of the biggest streamers on the planet. Each at the moment they were averaging exactly 2,500 viewers. Pay attention to the setups. None of them are exciting. The rooms are pretty basic, the camera quality kinda sucks. There's no production value. They look like what they are, just guys streaming from their bedrooms. Now fast forward to when those same
Speed lighting off fireworks in his bedroom.
streamers are pulling 10,000 viewers a night. Everything's changed. The lighting's dialed in. The cameras are crisp. The room's
Lighting is still not dialed in on Speed's camera. Speed had 100K viewers on a webcam. Why aren't actors ugly anymore?
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
Bill Murray was 33 when he shot Ghostbusters.
That's right, boys.
And in
And I gotta say, Bill Murray is an unconventionally attractive man. Before we get into why aren't actors ugly anymore, I'm gonna do a bit of Bill Murray glaze here. I don't think Bill Murray's ugly. I think Bill Murray is a black pill 4, right? Sub 5. But I think the way he puts himself on is like an 8. You know who's really attractive? And I always glaze this guy. From the Fallout show, Walton Goggins. I think Walton Goggins is one of the few men that can rock the horrible hairline. And he is also, I think Walton Goggins is like a 9. Like, Walton Goggins is a very attractive man, but he's unconventionally attractive. He has a very bad hairline, and he doesn't really... I think it's like his facial symmetry is very nice. He's a good bone structure. Now I'm glazing.
this is what actors in their 30s and 40s look like. But something has changed since then, because actors that age
Facial surgery and Botox. Large-scale facial surgery from the Hollywood's greatest to try and keep themselves looking the same that they did in their 20s, to where when they're like 50, they start looking like dolls. And it's scary. Like, I love a man in Hollywood that owns the wrinkles, you know? Like, owns the wrinkles. There's a lot of older women in Hollywood that do it. And I think a lot of women in Hollywood don't go overboard. I think a lot of women in Hollywood get like base Botox to kind of like get rid of like the crow's feet. But like, I'm never going to judge what people want to do with their face. And this is kind of me, it's sounding like I'm judging. But like, Ryan Gosling does a lot. He has a lot of, I don't know if this image is edited, but like his face is more puffy from what he's done. You know, like, I still think he looks great, but it's like there becomes a point where it's like, okay, you look like a 50-year-old that's making themselves try to look 30 versus like, I think you can look great as an aging man or woman, right? Who's like an older actor that doesn't do Botox or like facial surgery stuff? Like, maybe like Ashton Kutcher, but he's also not that old. Jack Black. Jack Black was never... I'm more talking about, like, guys that were considerable heartthrobs, you know? Like, people that were, like, you know, praised for their attractiveness. Whereas, like, Jack Black, I think he's obviously great-looking man. Stunning. Stunning. Has cheetah eyes. But, you know, he was never praised for his attractiveness. He was praised for his acting abilities, his singing... how, like, cool he was. William Dafoe. Yeah. William Dafoe does it well, too. Yeah. Like, I think he looks good. I know he's old, but he looks like, it's like, I fuck with that, you know? Like, dude, that was, like, the uncanny shit was that Dunkin' commercial. Can we watch that real quick? And then we'll get back into it. Like, I know they CGI de-aged everybody, but it was fucking creepy. But, like, they made all of them, oh, my God, like Joey, what is his name? Not Joey Tribbiani. Well, that's who he plays, but I always forget his actor's name. Dude, that's creepy. No, the worst one is Jennifer Aniston. They make Jennifer Aniston look scary. When she shows up, bro. Like, she looks like a doll. The way they CGI her face. Oh my God. It's just, I think that's one of the reasons why actors aren't ugly anymore. But like, it's also just this obsession with looks on social media, especially short form media now, where I think a lot of people that get opportunities, it's like the foot in the door is no longer the acting ability, it's the look. I think Hollywood is so much more now about like, we want a guy that's going to look good, right? But it gets unrealistic. You know what I mean? Like, now we have, like, Timothée Chalamet. I'm not saying he has this, but, like, Timothée Chalamet did Marty Supreme. I think he did a great job. You know, blah, blah, blah. The promotion was awesome, right? But, like, you could have, like, Timothée Chalamet playing a regular New York taxi driver. Totally unrealistic. Totally unrealistic. Let's get a guy that actually looks like a fucking New York City taxi driver, okay? Let's get a regular guy off the street and fucking cast him. Why are we trying to make people... Why are we fitting these, like, 10 out of 10 actors... in terms of attractiveness to like just like an average role? We're like, yeah, this guy's definitely gonna just be flipping bergs. No.
Today don't look like this anymore.
I lost my hand!
They look like this. Or like this. Actors today...
Yeah, 35? What the fuck?
Today need to have great hair, perfect skin, and be in flawless shape. They don't look like regular people anymore. They look like supermodels. This isn't every single actor.
No, they look like supermodels, and then there's like this weird diverging role, right? It's like older movies from like 2010 and before. You had people that were really attractive. You had the average looking guy or woman. And then you have like people that get cast in ugly roles, right? Like, they did it a lot in Disney. They did it a lot in Nickelodeon. They do it a lot in, like, comedy movies where, like, they literally cast somebody to be the ugly guy. Now, it's, like, really attractive people average extras and then ugly people as roles. I always wonder that too. I'm like, that sucks to be cast as like the fat guy in a role. I always wonder if that upsets them, you know? Because there's so many movies where it's like they literally cast you as the ugly fat guy. But that's your role. Like, you're not a main character. You're just like a side scene for 5 minutes where it's like, oh, look how ugly and fat this guy is. And then they move on.
But it's clear there's been an overall change in how A-list performers look. And it's also how they're shown to the camera, like in low lighting and with more vibrant colours. They're surrounded by other people, and on an actual set, rather than a green screen.
Everything's under control, situation normal.
You're probably going to say this is because of a wider trend of movies looking bland and flat nowadays, and things like bad lighting, dull colours, and the Netflixy look make basically everything in modern movies look worse. And also, we can't ignore cosmetic surgery.
That's my plastic surgeon always said.
But if you look at movies from before the millennia, it's hard to deny that the actors looked more like regular people.
Keep it still back there, lady, or else we're gonna have to shoot you.
I feel like maybe, do you think that it's also just the lack of average-looking people getting into acting? Because all the people that I know now in social media and just also in my life that get into acting are like 8 out of 10 or higher. I think like so many people that love theater and want to get into acting are like shunned at a young age because they don't fit like this beauty standard, even if the skills are there.
Okay, so the word ugly is a bit harsh, and I'm not trying to objectify.
Yeah, no, I don't think ugly. It's like that people in Hollywood don't look real. Like, am I crazy to say there's an uncanny level of attractiveness where somebody is so good looking that it's actually a turnoff? Like, you don't look real. It's that good. And it's like, okay, no, like you look like a doll, like actually like a doll. Like they've sculpted you.
Or body shame anyone. Most people who are cast in movies aren't unpleasant to look at. I just mean that they have bodies and faces that practically belong to a normal person without the aid of personal trainers, dietitians, and plastic surgeons. They look like normal everyday people you could see walking down the street.
I need a man who has powerful friends.
Bruce Willis, Bill Murray, and Jack Nicholson aren't bad-looking guys, but they have a sort of everyman appeal that we just don't see in today's
you would walk past them on the street and not bat an eye.
Stars.
Saw it on the television.
And I love that because I think that brings you into the movie, you know? When it's just like a regular handyman that becomes this agent or something, and he's like a 10 out of 10. I'm like, bro, the average roofer that I hire to do a job is not going to look like fucking Brad Pitt, right? He's going to be a big gut, blue-collar man that's going to fucking staple some paddings to my roof, you know? He's going to look like an everyday guy I walk past on the street.
Big part of this is that today, people just generally look younger.
Physical. Clean.
Hey. I think people look younger. I think people get work to look younger. And I also think the average person today is better looking too. Can I say that? I think like every generation looks better than the generation before it. Maybe that's also a fashion thing. Like if I look back at like pictures of 30-year-olds in the 1950s, they look weird to me because they're wearing like fucking clothing that isn't in style anymore. Isn't that the point of evolution? Yeah, like natural selection to a degree. But I also think people are better at holding themselves and like, you know, making themselves look the best that their potential enables them to.
26.
There's a great Vsauce video from a few years ago that goes into this in more detail. Essentially,
we watched that. That was a really good video too. What, that people look older?
In more detail. Essentially, the clothes and overall style has changed, and combined with better medical care, nutrition, and less smoking, people are healthier and better looking.
I guess I started smoking when I was about 4.
Healthier is a debatable question.
So here's a few age comparisons that highlight this in action.
My mom was already dead from lung cancer.
Gene Hackman is 44 here. Actors in their mid-40s today look like this.
Are we soulmates?
Or like this.
And that's nuts, man. Like, I know for a fact in my mid-40s, I'm not going to look like that. I'm going to look so much worse. Like, it is unreal, dude. He looks 32. Like, how old would you say, genuinely speaking, chat, how old would you say Chris Evans looks there? 34 tops. Mid young 30s.
Or like this.
Not 39.
There's quite a big difference.
Just a little slap.
Sylvester Stallone was 30 when he first shot Rocky.
Look at his face.
A comparable actor today would be Timothy Chalamet at 29.
You young pup.
But they play very different types of characters. If we want to be fair, let's compare two all-American action stars.
Drop it, dickhead.
Glenn Powell, 35 in Twisters, and Bruce Willis, 33 in Die Hard.
Bro, Glenn Powell will still play the young love interest in like a 2026 rom-com. They were not casting 35-year-olds to do that 20 years ago.
Robert Pattinson was 35 when he played Batman, and Michael Keaton was only 2 years older.
Bruce Wayne.
Are you sure?
But Keaton has visible lines around his mouth, his hair has receded a bit, and he has a subtle 5 o'clock shadow that doesn't feel purposeful. But Pattinson, even though dressed up to look sleep-deprived and reclusive, has a chiseled jaw and perfect skin. Overall, he looks a lot younger.
That's interesting.
But there's something more at play than actors simply looking older in the past.
Frank, they're not here for you.
Do you think it's the makeup too? They still were doing crazy makeup in the 90s. Like, that can't be what it is. They're not making them look younger in the film.
It's the kind of faces that have changed too.
Weird Al Yankovic is on the plane.
It's the everyman look, receding curly hair or imperfect skin. And it's because of these distinct features that characters had a stronger sense of personality just by looking at them.
Do you have any hobbies?
I collect spores, molds, and fungus.
But before we continue, let's take a moment to thank today's sponsor.
Dude, I gotta rewatch all the Ghostbusters films. I think that it's ugly people trying to get into acting and then they never make it because they look bad. But they don't look bad. It's like there's so many roles in acting that need to be filled, right? There's so many people going into acting. It's like this bottleneck effect where there's like, 10 roles but 100 people applying. But even then, it's not like, oh, it's because they don't fit the bill. Like, there's so many average people that need to get cast for roles, but it's just like they're picking like 10s now for fucking main characters.
In the opening of Once Upon a Time in the West, we meet 3 characters who don't survive the end of the scene. But they all have an interesting look. Al Mullock has long hair blowing across his face and vibrant blue eyes. Jack Elam has the long eyebrows and beard that goes down his neck. And then Woody Strode looks completely different, with a square jaw and a piercing look. From their faces alone, we can get a level of understanding to their character. It's hard to put into words, but we get a feeling that this guy is going to behave differently to this guy. And then compare them to the station manager. We can understand the dynamic just from the way they look. You can say this is down to great casting, and to some extent it is, but ultimately, it's just these guys' faces that carry the entire 15-minute opening.
Oh, well, I suppose it'll be alright.
Yeah, like he just looks like a disheveled old man. Like this guy looks like some dude you would see on the side of the road in New York City.
It'll be alright.
It's the same with the heads of the 5 families in The Godfather. Sure, they all look like mob bosses, but they have small differences in their appearance.
You're all grateful.
Wow, I love like the YouTuber breakdowns that these guys, or not the cinephile breakdowns that these YouTubers do. Like, I love these analyst movies. I never think, because it's like such subconscious shit that you don't even think about till they bring it up. Where it's like, wow, the mob bosses really are very similar, but like the mustache and the slick back hair is different. A cinephile, that's somebody that loves movies.
It's the same with the heads of the 5 families in The Godfather. Sure, they all look like mob bosses, but they have small differences in their appearance.
You're all grateful to Don Corleone for calling this meeting.
How they style their hair, the type of suit they wear, and how fat they are, all goes a long way to tell us about their character.
He had all the judges and politicians in his pocket.
And this isn't just limited to side characters. Even the leads in the past had a more interesting look. They didn't all look like supermodels.
You look like 40 miles of rough road.
This is people like Sissy Spacek, Leslie Nielsen, and Cher. They simultaneously look like a normal person, but also have a unique look.
Completely normal individual.
Kurt Russell in Escape from New York was big, but in shirtless scenes his abs have little definition. Bruce Willis was handsome, but his receding hairline and modest muscles retain a sort of everyman look. And compare how Hugh Jackman looked in the first X-Men film in 2000 to Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah, he looks better. It's like, how does Hugh Jackman in his 20s look more average than now?
So what is the effect of this? What is the
fucking ripped six-pack? Looks like he's on steroids.
effect of seeing these regular looking people on screen? And how does seeing interesting faces work to make a movie better? Let's take a look at a few examples.
What have you done to it? What have you done to its eyes?
This is Mia Farrow in Rosemary's Baby.
I'm Rosemary Woodhouse.
As the film progresses, she cuts her hair shorter and begins to look paler and thinner. Visually, we understand the transformation the character is undergoing.
I'm not changing. I just want to go to Dr. Hill and get a second opinion.
Would this work if she was played by someone like Margot Robbie? I don't think so. It's Mia Farrow's unique look that helps make the character feel like an actual person that could exist somewhere, which makes us empathize with her more.
Dr. Hill, please.
It's the same with John Travolta in Blowout, Shelley Duvall and Jack Nicholson in The Shining.
Well, because the average person that's watching a movie that wants to relate to the main character isn't going to... Like, I get you casting fucking Chris Evans and Hemsworth for Thor and Captain America. They're fucking superheroes. They're not supposed to be everyday people. Thor is a god, right? But, like, when you have a regular taxi driver playing a role in a movie, you want that guy to be relatable, and the average person watching the movie isn't going to relate to a guy that's a 10.
In Star Wars, Luke and his family look like fairly ordinary people, whereas Grand Moff Tarkin and the Imperial officers have a much more austere look to them.
Fear will keep the local systems in line.
In the 20th century, the pool of actors to choose from seems to have been much more aesthetically varied than it is today. There was actors with big noses.
I got it. Go ahead.
Big foreheads.
He's gonna prove it to the whole world.
Heavy-set eyes.
Did you know that?
And receding hairlines.
But you and me together, that'd be tops.
We subconsciously infer things about people's personality based on their features, which in turn helps them create a richer character without much heavy lifting.
Mentally, you picture my dog.
In Taxi Driver...
But I think they do so... Like, there's still TV shows... I think movies, it's gone away, but TV shows, they still have it. Always Sunny in Philadelphia isn't even filmed in Philly, but it still gives that Philly vibe. They look like regular-ass white people that live in Philly. Danny DeVito is like Danny DeVito, like sometimes they make him seem like a goblin, bro. He'll be naked crawling out of a fucking couch covered in oil. Like, I know that's part of the comedy, but it's like, they're not, like, imagine if Always Sunny in Philly was just like Margot Robbie, Brad Pitt as the old guy, and then, you know, Olivia Rodrigo. You'd be like, okay, well, these aren't regular fucking Philly actors. There's shows where they actually make fun of that. Like, I Love L.A. They make fun of L.A. culture. They look like L.A. people. They might live in L.A., but, like, they cast people that, like, fit this L.A. role, and it makes fun of that. So I love that show. I don't watch it all the time. I'll watch it with Brooke when she's watching it, but it's a good fucking show. But even back then, they had people that didn't... It's so weird, because I think on average, movies in general do cast higher attractive roles. But, like, dude, the cast of Friends, all attractive. All of them. Maybe Ross is, like, unconventionally attractive, but, like, Phoebe, Monica, and Rachel are all 9s, 10s, right? Very pretty. Joey Tribbiani, attractive guy. Chandler, attractive guy, right? Ross, I would say maybe unconventionally attractive, but he also was signed for that role. It makes sense, right? Like, Ross is still a good-looking dude. It's like all of them were 10s, almost. Chandler, I think Chandler was a good-looking guy. Obviously, he was dealing with, like, you know, problems where he was fluctuating in weight, and, like, he looked different depending on the scene, but I think overall he still looked good.
This guy, completely bald on top, but with a flow at the back. This guy with his scruffy beard and round glasses. And even De Niro himself with his 5 o'clock shadow and redness around his eyes. If you got into a cab and this was the driver, you wouldn't think twice.
Did I tell you to do that with the meter?
All of these actors look like they actually belong in the setting rather than just walking out of a dressing room.
Can I talk to you for a second?
And this is environmental immersion. In 1976, after Sylvester Stallone went 15 rounds in Rocky, his face was soaking wet, his hair sticking to his head, and he's covered in blood with his face fully contorted with bruises. But in 2015, after Michael B. Jordan fought in Creed, he's just got a subtle sheen of sweat and a small...
Yeah, bro, they make him look too good. I'm like, this is, bro, Pete Patty Pimblett in that UFC fight where he didn't get knocked out, but he got his head fucked up so bad that he literally looked like a pumpkin. His face was swelling so much. Like, get the hell out of here. I'm supposed to watch Creed and be like, oh, dude, his face is a little scuffed and he's getting killed this fight, but it'll be all right.
Bruise around one eye.
Like, I need to see one eye swollen. Stop! Like, that would put you on the floor. Bro, your face would be so fucked if you got knocked like that.
Stop! It's me!
At the end of Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire's suit is ripped to hell, revealing his bruised, dirty, and sweaty face. And
that's one thing I'll say about Spider-Man. People get upset with me. I think the first Spider-Man is the worst Spider-Man. I think that Tom Holland's Spider-Man is better than Tobey Maguire's. But I think Tobey Maguire fits the Spider-Man look the best out of any of them. I've loved Tom Holland the most. I actually think Andrew Garfield second, Tobey Maguire third, off of acting. But when you think of like everyday New Yorker, kind of a nerd, you know, a dweeb, getting these powers and then becoming a superhero, I'm not thinking of Tom Holland. And I'm not thinking of Andrew Garfield. I'm thinking of Toby McChud, you know, Chud Maguire, you know. That's the guy that fits the bill, you know. Looks like an everyday dude, gets powers, becomes some superhero god, has that really cringy scene where they slick his hair back when he's Venom and he's like, I hate that scene, by the way. That's the worst. Like that, whenever I see that scene, it's right below the Happy Birthday song in Breaking Bad.
Chaotic tear across his mask.
Mr. Osborn.
But for Tom Holland, he's got a couple of cuts that seem very intentionally placed, and his suit isn't ripped at all. His mask hasn't been torn open, but just neatly taken off.
Hey, Blondie? Water?
After Clint Eastwood walked 70 miles in the desert, his face is completely scarred and burned. We can barely recognize it. But today, there aren't many examples of actors looking scarred like this. It seems like everyone has to look perfect all the time. It's as if somewhere along the way, almost every actor has taken...
That movie was so fucking bad. That movie was so fucking bad. Jurassic World, love Scarlett Johansson. My God, this movie was terrible. Every scene, she's like, well, I'm a co-op expert. That's why they hired me. I'm a co-op expert. What the fuck do you have to do? I'm a co-op expert. Okay, so we're bringing you to go extract dinosaur blood? You worked in the military and, like, covert shit. What the hell does that have to do with going to stab a T-Rex? Okay? You have your skill transfer. That's like you being a pro in Rocket League and being like, I'm a Rocket League pro. And we're in fucking Vietnam. And we're in Vietnam. You know, we're loading artillery, and you're like, don't worry, I was SSL. That means about jack shit to me. What the fuck does that have to do with this?
It's as if somewhere along the way, almost every actor has taken the substance and transformed into a kind of picture-perfect version of themselves. Not a single wrinkle, not a hair out of place, and completely smooth skin. The best we'll get is maybe a small smear of dirt or a tiny...
The worst that I despise is movie scenes where they're like so fucked. They've been surviving in the wilderness. They, you know, fighting limb to limb to survive. And then you see their teeth, pearly white. They've been in the jungle for 6 months. And they fuck up their face and they make them look, you know, all messed up. And then they're like, and you see the glare off their teeth. I'm like, yo. It's not like why we can't tint their teeth yellow to make this look more real.
Cut. And they look great, but when everyone looks perfect, things start to get a bit stale.
Well, see, no, that scene's different because that's just Vin Diesel, right? That's Dom Toretto. Vin Diesel after plunging a burning car into dirty water. It's Dom Toretto.
And they look great.
Dom Toretto's fucking a badass.
But when everyone looks perfect, things start to get a bit stale. And sure, this isn't every single actor working today. You can still find distinct looking people, but it seems like it is the majority of them. In an article from
That's what I was saying.
2021, Raquel S. Benedict likens our body to becoming investments in which we have to maximize our value through looking good. We're reduced to a collection of features like perfect skin or a strong jawline. The body is not—
Oh my God, what is that thing called where it's supposed to give you a better jaw? Bro, just like chew gum. I never understand that shit. Jazzercise, I think is the name of the product.
Features like perfect skin or a strong jawline. The body is no longer the vehicle through which we experience joy and pleasure, but a status symbol that needs to be constantly presentable to the world.
Put your greasy tits away, you preening slut.
For actors, this is taken to the extreme, especially for women. They can never age or show any imperfection. They need to be a bankable star, and a big part of this is looking good on camera.
Pretty girls should always smile.
Let's take hairlines as an example. Sure, Andrew Garfield probably got a hair transplant because he thought it would improve his appearance, but also because it's better to have a smaller forehead as a leading man. And with modern technology, if you can fix this, why wouldn't you?
Yes, Sergeant!
This just wasn't the case in the past, hence a wider spectrum of hairlines and a bigger aesthetic variety.
I wouldn't touch one hair on his goddamn little head.
But today, this is becoming increasingly noticeable, and more people are...
But it's when they're playing a role. I think you want a smaller forehead when the main character is 40 or below. But if you're a main character in your 50s as a guy, having a perfect hairline is almost off-putting. Because the average man in his 50s is going to either be bald or have a receding hairline. Like, without a doubt.
Commenting on it, and here are a few things they've said. I miss actors having normal teeth, and then a picture of Tom Cruise from The Outsiders.
Check this out, buddy.
It's so annoying and just plain boring that everyone has the same teeth, the same body. I miss people looking...
Okay, well, the Barbie movie is a bad example because Margot Robbie is supposed to look uncannily perfect. Like, I was gonna mention the Barbie movie where she's supposed to look perfect, right?
Different and interesting.
Restroom and make sure my hair is perfect.
I watched Invasion of the Body Snatchers last night, and it stood out to me that while Sutherland is hot, he's also clearly in his 40s. Like, if Hollywood wanted to make a movie of a 40-something A-lister playing a middle-aged health inspector, who would they cast? Ryan Reynolds? Chris Evans?
I got this.
We no longer have leading men who are good-looking and charismatic, but also don't look like they wake up at 5 AM to hit the gym. On Twitter, someone was talking about the 1974 movie Taking of Pelham 123. They said it's weirdly invigorating to watch a movie where every actor has an incredible face, and they all look normal, like no veneers in sight.
This is supposed to be a democracy.
Old actors have more grace than current ones. We can't have a truly accurate cast for the Beatles because they just don't make weird, crusty-looking young men actors like that anymore. I miss casting movies that weren't all A-listers or trying to be. Sometimes just having normal-ass people in your movie make...
I have been complaining about the fact that... Oh, wow, this guy plays the serial killer in Dexter. Anyways, sorry. I don't even know this guy's name, but I just recognize the face. I've been ranting about how I don't like that the new actors, like Gen Z actors, it's like there's like 5 of them. There's like 5 of them. Whenever you see a big new movie coming out, it's never like a random actor playing the main role. It's always somebody that's like super famous. And I think it's this idea too from Hollywood that like what gets ticket sales is mainstream actors. And it's true to a degree that like if you see a movie that's coming out and it has a famous actor in it, you're more likely to go see it. You know, like if Jacob Elordi, is in a movie, you're going to be like, well, I kind of want to go see that. But if Jacob Elordi's not in the film and it's just like some random guy that isn't that super attractive, or woman for that matter, it's like, you know, it's the same thing. The level of popular actors is like, it's a smaller pool now.
Makes it feel more realistic. To which someone replied, convinced this will be the downfall of the Odyssey. Which brings us on to perhaps a good label to put on this kind of perfect looking A-lister we see today. iPhone face. It's hard to define, but I think it's basically this kind of pristine look that most actors seem to have. It's why some people look out of place in period pieces, because they've got a modern haircut or their teeth are too white. They're striving for a kind of look that didn't really exist before the 21st century. And this speaks to a kind of aesthetic that many modern movies have. They're perfectly lit, the set perfectly designed, the actors in perfectly clean clothes. But this kind of perfection just makes it all look boring. It's the messiness of a normal...
And it doesn't bring... The immersion's not there. Like, I want to see some shit where, you know, their couch is fucked up. Like, you're supposed to be this, like, struggling artist in this film, and you're playing, like, somebody that's broke. Meanwhile, yeah, your apartment's small, but you have, like, a brand new couch, and your carpet's perfectly clean, and you have no crumbs on the floor. There's no, like, weird marks on the walls, you know? Like, every regular room for somebody, you're going to have, like, a scratch or a hole in the wall. Like, why don't they have that? Method acting? Well, not even method acting for the actor. I'm more saying, like, the sets just suck.
Or the dirt kicked up from horses, the colour of the set, and the way it's lit. We're losing a sense of personality not only in how actors look, but in how films in general look.
Hello?
Digital cinematography has given everything the same kind of Netflixy feel. Look, this isn't every movie, and it's not every actor. If you look for it, you can find interesting looking people.
Oh, that movie was so fucking stupid. Oh my god, no, I'm gonna get so mad if dude, every time he shows that Jurassic Park movie. Where if you don't know, there's like this they're going, okay. So in the Jurassic Park movie, the new one, dinosaurs exist, but they only can live at the equator, and you're not allowed to go to the equator. This stupid fucking family is driving a boat through the equator, and they get capsized by a dinosaur. Shocker. They all freak out. The boyfriend's a dick, blah, blah, blah. They end up getting picked up by Scarlett Johansson and her crew, which is trying to extract dinosaur blood to, like, cure cancer. That's the plot, right? Like, it's trying to, like, cure cancer, extend people's lifetimes. It's going to, like, make people immortal or some shit, right? And you're just sitting here like, oh, okay. They don't even explain why. And they get on this boat. They end up getting separated. And the family is, like, struggling to survive in this area. And they're like, none of them die, by the way. Spoiler. Which is, like, so stupid. Because, you know, this is, like, a family of 5 that has no survival expertise. And they just get lucky at every corner. It's just, like, full plot armor. And while they're all, like, struggling for their life and, like, running from these crazy dinosaurs, one of their daughter, like, befriends this tiny dinosaur. And I'm like, dude, she would be terrified of that motherfucker. Their boat got capsized by a dinosaur. She's never seen dinosaurs in real life like this. They land on this island. They're getting chased by dinosaurs. And she sees this baby dinosaur that's, like, cute or whatever. And she's like, aw. I'm like, oh, hell no. She would not, like, walk up to that thing. Dude, everybody would be traumatic. I would be scared to walk up to anything that was moving.
People in modern movies, but this whole change in how actors, and by extension movies in general, look is a natural result of an industry that's afraid to take risks. Movies need to make money, so they minimize anything that could theoretically make the film less successful, but in the process, remove what makes it special. Both films and actors aren't ugly anymore. They're not dirty anymore or bruised anymore. No one looks normal, and everyone looks perfect, and this is a problem.
It's worse than Hubie Halloween. No, Hubie Halloween is a bottom 3 film. I love Adam Sandler. I think that when he plays that role where he does that, like, ooh, I don't know. I just have some soup in a bowl. I'm like, shut up. Shut up. That's, like, so it's so annoying. And it's like he's not playing the role well. It's like he has, like, 5 characters, and one of them's, like, a quirky, weird guy that he plays. And he does the same thing in Waterboy. And it's like, oh my God. And no, it's just, dude, it's so, I can't get over it. And there's Adam Sandler movies that I love. I just think that those movies are unbearable. Actually, no, Jack and Jill's worse than Hubie Halloween. Jack and Jill was the worst movie that he's ever made. I gotta piss again, then we're gonna hop into the next movie. I actually bought 100 TikTok ads. Ryan Trahan video.
The other day I was hanging out with Haley's cousins, and they had all this stuff from TikTok Shop, and they kept saying things like,
have y'all ever ordered anything from TikTok Shop? I just perceive TikTok Shop how I perceive Temu, where or just, like, anything where it's like, okay, this is gonna show up, but it's gonna show up, like, late, right? It's cheap because it's not gonna be here next day, like Amazon or any other, you know, service.
Like Mogging and Am I Cooked Chat, and I have no idea what any of that stuff means. For the first time in my life, I feel old. So today I am re-downloading TikTok, buying the first 100 TikTok shop ads I see, and by the end of this video, I'm gonna meet back up with Haley's cousins, but this time, I'm gonna fit in.
Oh, Grandpa's Weeder. Oh, Grandpa's Weeder. That's what I always get stupid ads for. Oh my God, it's because I watch the videos too, because they're entertaining. It's always it's like some middle-aged mom just like, oh, this tool is a lifesaver. Get Grandpa's Weeder. And it's just a metal pole with a hook.
This is a bad idea.
Mog tape. If you want to be the Sigma and Riz Your Crush this year, then you need this. Bro, see what I mean? $25 for $11.92. What world is it Black Friday every day on TikTok? Everything's just half off.
Here we go, Mog tape. The ad I saw for this product was honestly insane.
It's so stupid. It's just tape.
And if you want to be the Sigma and Riz Your Crush this year, then you need this. The packaging on the Mog tape is pretty nice. It's breathable, gentle, hypoallergenic, and it just works. I don't know what it's supposed to do, but it does it. The back just clearly feels like I got scammed. Like, why is...
Product, Mog mouth tape. Mog tape. Don't let bad sleep hold you back. Start mogging. Oh, so you tape your mouth shut before you go to bed. Oh, that seems safe.
There a shushing emoji next to the title of the product. Apparently, you just put the tape on your mouth and you start mogging.
Bro, that's not even Mog tape. Hasn't mouth tape been a thing for people that are mouth breathers at night for fucking forever? That's like, this is actually just a reinvented product to pan towards insecure teenagers.
It just looks like I got a mustache.
$60 toaster. Oh, but I could select bagel, waffle, and muffin, grain, and pastry. What is N muffin?
I got the fancy toaster. I bought it. It has all these settings: bread, bagel, pastry, waffle, English muffin, grain. It also lets you select how cooked you want your bread to be.
Yo, that's burnt, and then that's just charred.
Visually, let's see how good this toaster is going in. I'm thinking a light 4. That's what it should look like. Let's see. Goodness! Doesn't have much weight to it. Holy moly. My bread is gonna be toasting for a total of 3 minutes. The TikToks promoting this toaster are all over the place, but every single one of them comes back to the point.
Just got mine. I'm obsessed. I love mine.
That it is the fanciest toaster.
The way this was $600 a couple weeks back. Who the fuck would buy a $600 toaster? Who the fuck would buy a $600 toaster? A couple weeks back, it was not fucking $600. A couple years back. $600 a couple years back. It's a fucking toaster.
Or hat. That actually looks perfect. Pretty cool toaster.
A $5 lavalier mic for 2.
I actually cannot wait to use this lav mic. You guys know me. I love lav mics. I'm using one right now. This was $5.77. Just watch this.
I wanted to test the wireless mics to see how well the noise cancellation works in the worst conditions. These things come on. The lawnmower should go away. This guy's lawn's still getting cut though. Don't worry, buddy.
So let's see if it's legit.
That's a lot of post-edit cutting.
All right, guys. So this is...
Even like a good Rode mic would not cut that out.
This microphone right here. It was literally $5. I'm just going to plug this in, and you should notice a difference in the audio. Listen closely.
It's gonna be bad.
All right, what do we think? Do we think this is pretty good audio? Let me know if I should use it.
Monopoly Money Design sticker.
Everybody's asking, Ryan, which credit card sleeve did you get? Ryan, did you get the one with SpongeBob? No, I got this one. I'm at Taco Bell. I really don't understand the purpose of this. I guess it's like a fun way to customize your credit cards and maybe even conceal information that you don't want out there. I'm gonna make a purchase and hopefully get a chuckle out of it. Can I just get a Baja Blast?
Where is it the window?
Awesome. I'm known for my pranks, but
pulling up to a fucking Taco Bell just to get a drink is dirty work.
But this is gonna be the craziest one yet.
Cause I be thirsty? Then bring a drink, bitch. What? What, is he worried they're not going to accept it?
You guys take Monopoly money?
Sure.
It's a credit card sleeve. It's a little prank. They didn't even laugh a little bit.
Men's business watch. Yo, that's just going to be straight plastic.
I'm still in the Taco Bell drive-thru. This item is perfect because I tried to make them laugh.
Yo, how do you get into hand modeling? You know how they're always like, you have to have like a look? Like, what is the look for being a hand model?
And they didn't like me, so now I can impress them with materialistic things. $11. If someone told me this was 10K, I'd believe them. The TikToks of people flexing this is like, honestly, I respect it. See how it looks on me. Yo,
yeah, it's only fucking 7 links too big.
Can I get a Baja Blast?
Anything else?
That's gonna be it.
All right, it'll be 288 to window.
Didn't he just fucking order?
I already finished my Baja Blast. Gotta make sure they can see the watch.
Back already?
Sorry, it was so good.
He just keeps ordering Baja Blast for the rest of the video. Back already? Yeah, for round 2.
Had to.
You want to try a gelato?
Yeah. Oh yes, I saw this on TikTok.
Yeah.
Is it pretty good?
I think they're pretty good.
Okay, cool. Oh, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. All right. See you guys.
You're just giving him food.
All right. Take care. I wear the watch, and they give me free Baja Blast gelato and a Cinnabon. I have an idea.
I have an idea. Let's see how many free things they'd give me if I walked into the Taco Bell with a bomb strapped to my chest. I wonder what free things I'd be able to get then.
If Taco Bell liked the watch, just wait until they see the Lambo. I knew this was going to be a scam the whole time, so honestly, this is kind of fun. Like, I'm actually excited about this. I didn't know if it would drive with me in it, but look at this.
Let's just go to the window. What can I get for you?
I just like another Baja Blast. All right. Thank you, King.
Just fucking 180 grams of sugar to the fucking dome in 5 minutes.
That was my last one, I promise. All right, see you guys.
That was my last one, I promise. Just fucking green vomit right all over the sidewalk. Bro, I mean, that's just like a jersey, dude.
This is probably the first official scam of the video. In the TikToks that I saw, this jersey looks incredible. It looks pretty underwhelming in person, but hey, it's an Ohtani jersey.
It looks like a fucking Halloween costume in person.
I don't understand because literally every TikTok has Ohtani on the back. This looks nothing like what I bought online.
$47 camera? Oh yeah, that's not gonna take pictures in fucking 480p.
I love electronics. I love looking at them online, but I'm worried that people are getting a little bit too good at marketing on TikTok Shop. This camera was $47. The girl that was promoting this camera called it the viral 4K digital camera. The part of me thinks if you're trying to sell something, you just put viral in front of it, and then all of a sudden you sell them. Regardless, she made money off of me, so let's try it out. This camera,
it looks low quality.
Is pretty nice. It has a flip out screen, which is really surprising. I guess let's just try to take a photo.
Yeah, 4K quality.
Okay, that was fun, but one way you can definitely tell this is a TikTok Shop item, there's a beauty face filter that you can turn on built into the camera.
Wow. But I mean, like, dude, for $47, that's a pretty good product. It's just a waste of money because your phone does it.
This is definitely one of the most intriguing items of this video. The TikTok's crazy. I don't know what it is. Is it a cake or not? She's selling it as a candle. It's so funny. All the comments are like, how do you make the bread rise like that? And she's just gatekeeping. She's not telling us. So here it is. It smells like food. It looks like food. Let's light it on fire.
That was burning obscenely fast. I almost bought one of these. Oh my God, the chamoy pickle. And you know that tastes like dick too. Where they get like a pickle out of a bag and then cover it in a fruit roll up and like spicy fucking... like there's no way that tastes good.
I don't know how I feel about eating anything that I bought on TikTok, but this looks like a pretty good deal. Every TikTok that I've seen featuring a chamoy pickle, it literally looks like their hands are going to be stained red for the rest of their lives. The fact that you can pour out the liquid that this pickle has been sitting in,
and then you're going to drink it? Like, oh, stop.
And it looks like pure red 40. It's concerning at best. I'm terrified of pretty much anything that's spicy, and candy just probably shouldn't be spicy. Can we all agree on that? But here's what comes in a bussin' snack.
Nah, dude, hot tamales are a rounding candy. They make a person, you know? Halloween, it's your first time getting hot tamales. You're like 5 years old. You pop one in for the first time. Jump scare, right? It doesn't taste like a Sour Patch Kid or a Mike and Ike. It's straight cinnamon.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Some spicy Lucas. More Lucas. This is, spicy gummies. A fruit roll-up. Medical gloves. Okay,
Bro, I still stand by that the worst Halloween candy is Laffy Taffy and then any gummy food-based things. Like a gummy hamburger or a gummy pizza.
So before I prepare my worst nightmare, I literally am so scared to eat something like that. I'm eating each of the ingredients one by one. The hot Cheetos are pretty good. These are hotter than I remember. The spicy spaghetti was actually pretty solid. There's also this hot sauce. I just tried a dab and it was a bit too much for me. This stuff was actually really good, but finally it's time to prepare a chamoy pickle. If I was
How unhealthy is this?
in the Avengers, this is all they would need to stop me. I hate everything that this stands for, but
Bro, like the feeling you probably have after eating an entire chamoy pickle would be worse than eating like a Popeye spicy chicken sandwich.
So, this is for you, Haley.
Nah, you gotta chew it. He did not throw up. Ew. Ew. Toasting your hot dog? Where does the juices go?
This was one of the first TikTok ads that I saw after re-downloading the app. I love that he slices his hot dogs. This man knows how to elevate his life with the little things.
It's gonna burn the fuck out of it. It's gonna burn the fuck out of the bun, and the hot dog's gonna be cold. Yeah, me putting my uncooked beef frank just straight into the toaster. I just hear... Oh, I think the dogs are sweating.
And just like that, you've got yourself a perfect dog.
That's
You don't have to get that close when I take the bite. You don't have to...
No fucking condiments, just a dry dog.
All right,
Bro, I'm actually happy that I can't eat beef franks anymore. Because those taste so ass. Now I have an excuse to be like, actually, do you have any chicken hot dogs?
The reason that I bought this is because the girl who uploaded this TikTok is a master salesman. Watch this.
OMG, this is the best thing I have ever ordered from this app. Look at this cereal dispenser. Like what?
She seems stoked about...
Like what? Like what? I could have all my favorite cereals in the morning.
She seems stoked about this product. Let's put some cereal in it.
Yo, I haven't had Captain Crunch in so fucking long.
I need help. I can't stop spilling things. The cake from the train video. The tea. Oh my gosh. The
Oh, that's bad.
The train video. The tea.
Oh, that's really bad, dude. Just all over your fucking keyboard. That would break your computer.
Oh my gosh. The coffee.
All over the map.
Never end. I was already upset that I spilled a bunch of cereal, but also it only dispenses 1 grain of cereal at a time. Like just one.
Oh, the Kraken. Yo, this is the only good TikTok shop product that I've ever seen.
This guy invented a product where pretty much you just stab it into a drink or a jar of peanut butter or, worst case scenario, Vaseline and try to drink it really quickly. I'm responsible, but I'm also fun. So today we're going to be trying this product out with Diet Mountain Dew. Good luck, everybody.
That might be the worst soda to shotgun.
Holy smokes. That's one way to ingest 12 ounces of Diet Mountain Dew.
I bought Brooke this. Not on the TikTok shop, though. Brooke has this product.
Neck massager. It's about $35 on TikTok shop. Specifically this TikTok that says, I let my father-in-law test out the viral massager. Look at his reaction. He sold me this product. Without further ado, let's plug this thing in. Oh. Oh, whoa.
It blew his mind.
Bro, indoor inflatable, $300.
I'm a grown...
That actually seems pretty cheap.
Man.
Oh, no, that's way smaller.
The weird thing about this...
I mean, it is for toddlers.
This listing is, I think if you buy it, they just send you a random inflatable. This is not the one I bought. The one I bought had the kiwi on it, like the kid was playing with. It looks like instead of a kiwi, I got that, whatever that is. I'm gonna have some fun now. All right, guys, so the first thing I did was have fun with this Ray Blaster. Climbed up the bouncy house, headed straight to the slide. You already know what I did. Slid down that bad boy, stood up completely unharmed, decided to start punching this target. You guys know I have a pretty mean haymaker, so I literally cut a hole in it, and that's all the fun I got to have with this item. We've got an old...
High quality, creepy old man mask.
All right.
Doesn't look very high quality. Just looks like some shit you'd get at a Spirit Halloween.
TikToks like this are honestly like my least favorite kind of content on the internet. I just don't know many people that would actually be scared by an old person. That's pretty much just what it is. With that being said, let's try it on. I think it just tore. It just tore immediately. This was such a waste of money.
I have one of those from Manscaped. It's so nice. Just weed whacking the fucking nose hairs, dude. I got that old man hair up in the nose. I can't grow beard for shit. 22, can't grow beard. When I tell you I got nose hair, chat, it's like fucking Tame in the Jungle. You just be going, and it hurts. It like tickles, and then you just have just loose hair in your nostrils.
This electric nose trimmer. I mean, I don't got crazy nose hairs or anything, but we all have our days. It's $12, which anything that's electronic, I'm kind of surprised when it's fairly cheap. But if you want to talk about being surprised, I got scammed. This is not electronic at all. It's a piece of metal. You have to manually trim your nose.
Oh, is it like scissors?
Hairs with this thing. Are you kidding me? What is this from? The Stone Age? I'm sorry for the eye contact. I got ripped off.
Oh, so they're just like new Heelys. Yo, I miss heel. Oh, actually, these kind of look fire. They don't look like they'd support my body weight, though. They look like ball bearings that would be used in a fidget spinner.
I'm about to put you on. These are gonna change your life. I gotta watch a video real quick. I need that. I watched a quick tutorial about how these work, and now you're about to watch a handsome guy.
I do miss Heelys. Dude, I just remember thinking a motherfucker was badass if they hit a sick Heely. Middle of the school hallway.
Absolutely shred. And they look just like regular shoes. How's it going? But can regular shoes do this?
Yo, I've always wanted a shoe knife. I feel like that's just the best method of defense. Sorry, Ryan, I'm skipping your ad.
Mewing gum. This is supposed to give you a jawline from another planet. I should look like a different species after chewing.
Was that you? No, that's not me.
Another planet. I should look like a different species after chewing this gum. The TikTok that I saw promoting this product, he definitely had a transformation that I'm hoping is not real. I'm hoping that his jaw does not look like that. But regardless, let's give this a shot. Comes with quite a bit of gum. Here goes nothing. Oh. It says to chew for 5 to 15 minutes for maximum results, so... Here's my face before mewing gum, and here's my face after. Let me know if you notice a difference.
Nope.
Uh-oh, nighttime. Randomly nighttime clip. I have never seen people try to sell a product as much as people try to sell this projector. People are doing staged scenes to try to sell this thing. This TikTok is crazy.
Yo, you want some ramen?
What are you doing? Turn off the lights. I'm finna die.
Bro, what do you mean you about to die? Are you a vampire or something?
Bro, look up.
Are you a vampire or something?
Oh, snap.
Well, it worked on me. Hey, Spock.
Oh, snap. You got that portable projector that's on the TikTok shop for 35% off right now?
Don't judge me. Don't judge me that I sleep with a chihuahua. This projector has a lot of tall promises. It also comes with a remote with no batteries. I had to put the batteries in myself. I got it all plugged in.
Whenever I see an NPC comment like shit like that, I just immediately assume it's a porn bot.
All right.
We're Costco guys. Of course we had to try the new double chunk chocolate cookie.
Nice.
Croc speakers.
So it's a Bluetooth speaker that you attach to Crocs. The Crocs in this video have to go down in history. That is a Sprite giblet, a Bluetooth speaker, and headlights. It actually looks like he might commute to work in these things. It's got the little giblet attachment here. I've got my Crocs from when I went to Shrek Swamp, and I've actually never added a giblet to a pair of Crocs before, so let's give it a shot. Here goes nothing.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Imagine that playing on a 10-hour loop as I walk through the mall.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Well, here we are. 2 weeks after buying and testing 100 TikTok shop ads, I asked Haley's cousins to meet up. You see, in the past...
Bro, he had to test 100 of them and didn't include all of them?
As cringe and old. But thanks to TikTok shop, those days are gone.
Oh, have you seen the virals? Have you seen the viral freeze-dried Skittles? Oh, they're only $8.99. Shut the fuck up. That was a good video, though.
The cameras are crisp, the rooms look intentional. This is the blueprint kicking in, and it all starts with one realization. At this level, streaming isn't just a job anymore. It's a business, and like a business, the goal is to make as much money as possible. The internet, for whatever reason, craves a spectacle, and the spectacle game is pretty easy to play. You've kinda just gotta spend money to make money. The setup is just the start. Next comes the move to LA. Buy the mansion, drop the I just bought my...
That's where I disagree. Next is the move to LA. The gun goes off. Nope.
Dream car video. Hire a dozen editors to pump out clips around the clock. By the time you're clearing...
Now in the streamer days, it's you move to Austin, Texas. That's where every fucking streamer on the face of the earth lives. Outside of like the core boys and like some OG streamers. Now it's I moved to Austin, Texas or Atlanta.
50,000 viewers, it turns into an optimization race. Every stream, every upload, every second of content is engineered to milk the cat.
Or they live in LA, but they own a place in Nevada and say they live there six months and a day out of the year, so they get state taxed in Nevada.
Cash cow. The longer you stay on the top, the more efficient it becomes. And weirdly, the more the internet praises you for it. But the spectacle only works if people are still looking. Relevancy is the whole game. The second your numbers dip, the money goes with it. So you're forced to stay visible. You hit the podcast circuit, impulsive on Monday.
6 months and a day, because it has to be your property. Like if you want to claim that you live somewhere and get state tax in that, because streaming, normally you're getting taxed in the state that you make your income, but streaming you get taxed in whatever area you're in while you stream. So like streamers will try to say that they live in Nevada like 6 months out of the year. Not all of them. A lot of them just eat the taxes, but...
Day and blank on Thursday. You show up to every mainstream streamer event. You become a permanent fixture in the conversation because the conversation is the product. And the fastest way to stay in the conversation is to stand next to someone bigger than you. Take those same 5 streamers and pull up their biggest streams of all time. Ninja, Fortnite with Drake, Hayden Ross, the Donald Trump interview, Kai Cenat, the LeBron stream that pulled over 1 million concurrent viewers.
Yeah, but there's like certain streamers that only like there's certain streamers that collab in any way that they can, and then there's streamers that collab when they want to. Okay, there's three things. Streamers that collab with everybody they can, that is big. Streamers that collab anytime they want, and streamers that just don't collab. Queso never collabs. I feel like I collab infrequently, but like I'll do Jinxie's tournaments or gaming days. I might go to an event. Like I did the thing with Jack Pembroke. Like I might do streamer games or something like shit like that. But usually like I don't go to streamer awards or I don't do that stuff. But like then there's streamers that just do every single fucking thing. Any collab they could do.
That's the blueprint. I'm not necessarily saying it's...
He sometimes collabs with Sketch and Jinxie. Yeah, but it's like once a month. Maybe less.
Bulletproof for...
Queso is 99% a solo streamer.
Guaranteed, but it's the safe route. Every streamer who's made it to the top 250 has run some version of that exact playbook based on constant evolution. But Queso ignored this approach altogether. His strategy is quite literally the opposite in just about every possible sense. The last time we talked about Queso, he was fresh off of Hogwarts, averaging 2,500 viewers. So let's run that same comparison from earlier and fast forward to when he's at 10,000. Not much has changed. I mean, sure, he did buy a new house, but he moved from a trap house to a trailer just across town. Either way, at the end of the day, his computer monitor is still being held up with a vacuum cleaner.
If I don't have the vacuum cleaner holding up the back of the monitor, it'll fall over. And then back here are my PCs. You can tell they're being held up by books as well.
And the camera quality seems to somehow...
How, bruh? Like, bro, come on, just get a setup. Like... He has a sponsor with Starforge. He has a sponsor with Starforge PCs. He could get sent like $20,000 PCs for free, and he's holding them up with fucking dictionaries. Like, why are we doing that? Like, I just don't...
I've gotten worse.
Chat, my stream quality is actually so crispy. It looks like it's in 4K.
Since Hogwarts...
4K, I literally could see... I could see the pixels on your face.
It's in 4K.
Since Hogwarts, he's continued to stream 4 to 6 nights a week. Same time, same chat, rotating through whatever random games he feels like. Supermarket Simulator, Granny, Dress to Impress.
What is this? Why is it on my front page? Playing it.
Games a normal person wouldn't think to stream. But then you watch for 5 minutes and you start to get it.
This is the funniest dude on the internet right now.
Just plays the most random everything.
Queso, where did he come from? 200,000 viewers playing Fall Guys yesterday.
Because the game isn't the point. The chat isn't there for the games. They're there to watch him fall out of his chair for the 10th time this month and narrate it like he's describing a car accident.
Yo, that almost killed me. Oh!
Yeah, he's like a different level of mainstream. He's somebody that you watch when it's like, I just want to watch a streamer versus I want to be involved with like the meta. Like people that want to be involved with the meta watch like the guys that collab with each other all the time.
Yo, chat, the chair is dead, dude.
To watch him get jump scared
in
a car accident.
Yo, that almost killed me. Oh! Yo, chat, the chair is dead, dude.
To watch him get jump scared by a horror game and scream at a volume that blows out the mic. And that's why it worked. By January of 2024, Queso was averaging over 50,000 concurrent viewers every single night, making him the #3 ranked streamer on all of Twitch.
Like, my mind is weird. Like, in my mind, I still don't have the thought of, like, I still made it. Yeah. Because in my mind, I feel like if I have that thought and tell myself that I made it, you don't want to get, like, lazy. It's going to go downhill. Yeah. You know what I mean?
By every metric the industry actually uses, Queso is underperforming. He's leaving growth on the table at every possible turn. He doesn't invest in new setups, he doesn't upgrade his gear, and has no real plan to optimize himself. Every analyst will tell you he could—
Oh, and I could tell his webcam is stretch resed. Like, his webcam is, like, fucked up. Like, it doesn't fill a 1920 1080. It's like, he's, like, pulling it. Like, it's like, and then he's moving it out of the way. Like, it's just so
be twice the size he is if he just ran the playbook like everyone else. And honestly, they're probably right. But here's the thing. Queso never looked at any of that and felt like he was losing something. Buying a house in the hills, pulling up in a supercar, collecting all the things that say you've made it. None of that ever seemed to be important to him. And there's nothing wrong with wanting those things.
I mean, doesn't he have like a sick-ass warehouse or something? He showed that one time. He has like a sick-ass warehouse that's like really expensive with like a pool table. It's like a gaming area.
Creators go in with exactly that goal in mind. But Queso sits in this rare category of someone who actually reached the I made it moment and genuinely doesn't want it.
It was never about like being huge, just like, because it didn't matter the money. You know, I just wanted to do what I loved for a living. I could be, you know, pinching pennies to make it, but as long as I get to stream every day instead of go to work, I was cool with that. Yeah.
But to be clear, it's not like he's allergic to money. He's the #3 streamer on Twitch. The guy is doing just fine. But there's a difference between making money and squeezing every last cent out of your audience. He's never done any kind of subathon, he doesn't say yes to every brand that comes knocking, and he doesn't manufacture drama to give the numbers a little bump. The way he sees it, you can't leave money on the table if it was never what you sat down for.
Some of my most favorite jobs I ever had were the jobs where I was making pennies. Yo, I'm not even finna lie to y'all. I think y'all just donated more than my week's paycheck in one night. I'm talking about sitting in the parking lot of the dollar store, having to call my mom, be like, hey, can you spot me $50 for food for the rest of the week? But you know what? I was happy. Like, if I could turn this into something and just be able to do this with y'all every day, that'd be a dream come true. Yeah, I was broke. but it was alright because the job was cool. Dude, I'm not worried about Twitch ad revenue. I would rather people have a good viewing experience than make an extra, you know.
Bro, I'm telling you, he makes most of his money on YouTube like I do. Like, I think outside of it, he has like 100,000 Twitch subs. Outside of that, bro, the majority of his money is probably from YouTube like me. I don't run mid-rolls. I don't think I get it if you're just a streamer, but if you do YouTube, bro, like I deadass could make so much more money if I ran Twitch ads. And I'm not sitting here on some high horse like, oh, I'm so great. I don't run Twitch ads. I just think Twitch ads are annoying as fuck. And it's like, if I hit on a Twitch stream and I get hit with a 5-minute mid-roll, I am tabbing out of your stream faster than a fucking lightning striking a fucking metal pole. Like, I am not watching that shit. I run pre-rolls. You click on my stream, you have to watch 30-second minute ad, then you watch my shit ad-free for 5 hours even if you're not subbed. Motherfucker sub, because I put that shit in sub-only all the time. But, like, that I'm not trying to paywall chat. It's just I have to sometimes. You guys get too riled up.
Whatever a month.
So that's the money half of the blueprint. The mansion, the supercar, the optimization strategy.
It's so different on YouTube. I've said this 5,000 times. YouTube ads, not intrusive. You get hit with an ad, it stops, you pick up where you left off. Twitch ad, you miss the stream. You just miss the stream. You miss 5 minutes of the stream.
But the blueprint isn't only about money. The other half of the blueprint is relevancy. The streaming world has a short memory. And the way you fight that is by staying in the conversation. Podcasts, events, collabs, it all comes down to the same idea. Stand next to someone bigger than you, and you get to share some of their spotlight. Well, if you thought he was underperforming on the money side of the blueprint, just listen to this. In 3 years as one of the biggest streamers on the planet, he's done exactly one traditional collab. Jinxie.
What's the furthest you've ever traveled?
Florida. Then that was one time to go to Jinxie's house.
And that collab is
the furthest he's ever traveled in his life? Or, wait. The furthest he's ever traveled in his life? Or is he saying for a collab? He's scared of planes? The furthest he's ever traveled from Arkansas in his life is Florida. That's like 3 states away. That is actually crazy.
Is almost word for word the only existing footage of Queso.
Bro, he doesn't fly? Bro, still, I feel like he should get like a camper. Bro, he should buy a camper and get somebody to drive his ass to like fucking Alaska or some shit.
Outside of his own house.
My friend brought this up.
Because you could drive really far from the U.S.
Yesterday to me when we were...
He got a Sprinter? Okay.
We were chilling. He said it's crazy that Jinxie literally has the only recorded footage of me outside of my own stream setup. Like, he is the only one that's got me out of my room.
Matter of fact, it was the first time he'd ever left the state he was born in.
So this is the first time...
What? The first time he ever left Arkansas, he was in his 20s? He never stepped out of state bounds. I never knew that. I knew he was afraid of flying. I know he doesn't travel often. But I would have thought he was like, oh yeah, I've been to like Key West once or some shit. No. Wow. He's never left his state.
You ever been out of like Florida? Or out of Arkansas, my bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just, I don't know, I'll be getting homesick. I get away from home for too long. I'm just, man, I don't know.
Over the last 3 years, Queso has won 5 different awards.
And the Streamer Award goes to...
Queso!
He never there, bruh. It's always his face.
He hasn't shown up to a single one in person.
I haven't. I've been nominated twice and I didn't go to either of them. Bro, that's just in LA, man. Am I really gonna... I gotta fly out 6 hours to show up for 3 and then leave and fly back?
Mr. Beast tweeted you? Oh, yeah, I talk.
I'd rather just stream. Like, is that fucked to say? Like, I appreciate being nominated, but I'm like, I'm just not gonna go to LA. Like, I'd rather just stream. Like,
yeah, I can't even go on.
It's different if it's like a big event, like Streamer Games I almost did last year, and this year I would love to do if he does it again, where it's like the Olympics and it's like 3 days of athletic events. It's like that I could reason in my head to be like, okay, yeah, I'll spend 3 days flying versus, okay, I'm gonna fly out for a red carpet event, sit in a room full of streamers, get drunk, and then fly home.
Mr. Beast video due to fear of airplanes. Ain't that bad, chat?
According to the
it'd be worth a video, but I'm not getting a video out of it. It's all copyright. It's all what do you mean I'm getting a video out of it? I can't re-upload that.
Blueprint, all of those things just come with the territory of being in the...
Streamer Games could be worth a video. Streamer Games, I could show up, fucking you know, eat shit on a track field, have like a funny highlight moments, and react to myself running. But like
top 1%.
Streamer awards, it's not really.
But Queso is avoiding all of it. And when you stack it all up, not going to award shows, turning down the collabs, even the fact that he's only left the state of Arkansas once.
Great GamerStop's flavor. That was goof juice. I know it when I see it.
Even the fact that he's only left
Code Bart
the state of Arkansas once, you start to wonder if there's more to it than just not caring.
Chat, I didn't tell y'all this, bro. When I was changing setups to go from the trap house into the trailer, I was literally a mental wreck for like a week straight. Because I don't know if anybody else has this, but dude, I have like some form of horrific OCD that I've had for years, that if something even minor changes, I'm gonna die.
You see, OCD is one of the most misunderstood conditions out there. People hear the word and picture
like he's gonna die, like physically, like cease to exist.
Someone who just likes things clean and organized. And while that can be a part of it, that's not exactly what it is. At its core, OCD is anxiety. For Queso, moving into a new house meant moving into an environment that was full of variables his brain hadn't had the chance to map out yet.
Like when I take my hat off and put it on the counter, same spot every night. If it goes in a different spot, I'm dead.
Everything becomes unpredictable. And for someone
wow, that really explains why he hasn't left the state, though.
With OCD, an unpredictable environment is one thing that can't be controlled. Each unknown stacks on top of the last until his brain is sent into overdrive.
Chat, here's some lore for you. Every time I would leave to work in the morning, I would go outside my house and I would have to check that my doorknob was locked 37 times.
37 times? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like just like feeling it lock?
I would have to start my drive to work, take a block back around to my house and check it another 11 times. And then I could...
Wow, that's like extreme OCD. I did not know he had that.
Which explains why his setup has barely changed over the years. It's one of the places where his brain already knows the answers to
maybe a little exaggeration, maybe, but I feel like most of his stories are like full for real.
All the questions. It's his rules at his pace, all in an environment that makes him most comfortable. But that need for predictability doesn't stay contained to his house. It follows him everywhere.
I went out in public 3 times in a row. I got recognized all 3 times. I never went outside again, bro. Like some people, bro, came up like, hey, yo, can I get a picture? Everybody started looking. I'm like, oh, man.
Bro, I don't dislike when I get recognized. I dislike when somebody recognizes me and then they just stare at me for extended periods of time or like tail me at a grocery store. That shit's creepy, bro. Just walk up to me. The amount of times I have motherfuckers huddle in a group staring at their phones and going, I just walk up to them. I go, hey, you know me? Like, let's get this weird shit over with. Like, I'm just going to break because either I'm going to sit there for another 30 minutes before one of them walks up to me, or I'm just going to walk up to you and go, you know who I am. And I'm not rude when I say it. I'm like, hey, I go, you know who I am? They go, yeah. I go, I'm just trying to break this. Because they make eye contact with me. They know I'm staring at them.
And dude,
the only time I really get tweaked out is when I'm like super high. Super high. They walk up to me, Joe Bart. I go, oh no.
I was about to
oh no.
pass out.
And then I'm gonna have a really awkward conversation. And one of these, oh, it was nice meeting you. And I think about that for about 5 minutes.
Man.
Outside of that room, he controls nothing. Who's around him, how they got there, whether someone grabs his shoulder before he sees it coming. None of it is up to him.
I don't go out in public. I don't. Never.
When he's at home, it's easier to manage because, well, he's in his own house. But in public, there's no way to make the unknown stop. It's not only uncomfortable, but also insanely overwhelming.
You would have a better chance of actually winning the Powerball lottery than ever seeing me in public. That's how rare it is. No.
Bro, but that's so sad. It's like, bro, he has money to spend, you know? I feel like it's sick if he's able to, like, go and see shit, do shit. Fuck.
No joke.
The blueprint says the path forward revolves around a constant
fix your hair. That's worse. See, you fucked it up even more, jackass. Now it's gonna sit like that.
State of evolution. The more you change, the newer things are, the more excited people are to watch.
What do you want my hair to be, like a perfect bullet? Like it's a Lego haircut? Just right onto my head.
But for Queso, that path has never really been accessible the same way it is for everyone else. And yet, here he is.
Literally almost 1,000 away from 10 million.
Oh, the cooking
Say
stream.
it ain't so. This is a moment in history? No, this is a moment in history.
Behind everything, the awards, the numbers, the journey from a rice mill to the #3 spot on Twitch, almost nothing has actually changed.
You
0.01.
definitely gonna do this full time? Hey, I hope.
I don't understand how he was live.
Bro, CJ, that'd be a dream come true for you, boy, man. Maybe my parents don't have to work no more either. That'd be a dream come true too, bro.
He's been grounded in the fact that streaming was never about being the very best. It was always about building a life worth living, for himself and for the people he loves.
Wait, Mom, we're about to hit 10 million. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. We about to hit 10 million!
I gotta turn this off. Come on.
No way we're actually about to hit it. We hit 10 million, baby! Let's go! 10 million on YouTube!
His mom was there before any of this
That
made
is so sweet.
sense.
She brought me some balloons in here! Yo! She brought me some balloons! Balloons!
You can't see it.
Get a pose in there with it.
Before all of the awards and money, before tens of thousands of people were waiting for him to go live, she was the
Oh my god, that's so sweet.
only one who pushed him to try streaming in
Oh
the
my god, that's like a happy cry moment, bro. That's so nice.
first place.
That's a damn gum
And his mom being so proud of him.
diamond play button! You've had this? What? It wouldn't be possible without y'all, Chad. And you know who else it wouldn't be possible without? My mom. Come stand in front of the camera. Look at that.
And his dad, the man who spent his whole life doing the kind of work nobody claps for.
My dad, for example, like, dude, this whole life just working. He's had multiple back surgeries, multiple wrist surgeries, multiple foot surgeries, all from just working his whole life.
The man he watched and worked alongside with do it with no
Bro,
complaints.
that's the biggest thing about manual labor, man. Like, especially like union work. Like, the money could be pretty good, but your body's gonna be fucked by the time you're like 50, dude. Anybody that's worked in like the electricians union, carpentry, construction, it's like you could do that and then you just have so many like you have the body of like a 70-year-old when you're 50.
I worked with my dad, and we were both maintenance men. Maintenance ain't easy work. You know, you're crawling
HVAC shit,
under
yeah.
sinks, you're changing faucets, you're crawling up in attics, you know, all that, just nasty.
The same man that taught him how to work was eventually the one who told him to quit his regular job and do what he loved.
I remember the night we hit 5,000. I was like, all right, tomorrow I'm gonna call my boss. I remember I got him to call because I was scared. Like, hey, boss, you know, I'm playing video games for a living. But it'd sound better coming from my dad because, you know, my dad was essentially like his right-hand man.
Yep.
But yeah.
So when streaming became a reality,
Bro said electricians. Yeah, if you're like not like if you're the dude standing on the side of the road flipping a sign, but like electricians that are like climbing in walls, wiring shit. That's pretty rough.
he made sure that the two
All right, maybe it was a bad example comparable to like carpenters or like fucking construction. You know what I mean?
people who spent their lives building
Why
up
are we dissing electricians? Is there like a union? Is there like a trade beef with electricians or some shit? Oh no, they got it easy.
never had to work again.
What has been like the most fulfilling thing that you've run into in your career?
Just that everybody gets to chill.
Yeah.
And they have to get away from the jobs they hated and everything like that, and we could all just chill and do this. That's the best thing. People sit there and say they're retired because they do it because you know they don't want to just chill and do nothing. They do a lot of stuff for me. Like my dad, if I need something to go get or something, he goes and gets it. My mom handles all.
Well, it's still a purpose. It's like they've been effectively retired from their job, but now they kind of like are mini assistants to Queso. You know what I mean?
All the background, like all of it.
If you ask Case, that's the whole story right there. In a world where overnight success has a way of quietly hollowing people out, Queso never let any of it change him.
The only thing I want to be is a place for people to go for 4 hours a night, forget about life, you know, crack some jokes, you know, have a good time, and just chill out.
And that's why this story isn't over. Queso has already crossed the line that mattered the most. He turned his dream into real life. He helped his family stop working. He became the place he always wanted to be for others. So whatever happens next is just the icing on the cake.
That was an amazing video. That was a good ass watch, bro. Oh my cinema. Oh, fucking golf cart W fucking YouTuber dude too. They put that together amazingly. Queso's greatest trait is this humility. It's like a regular person you want to be friends with. Yeah, he seems like a lot of streamers. It's like, oh, you kind of seem like just like a figure versus like Queso's just like a guy you'd see in a store. And those pie-gasms healed all my symptoms within the first 4 weeks. A pie-gasm? Highly recommend Captain Coochie's key lime pie for anything that ails you. Can't get enough of that key lime pie. Key lime pie. Key lime pie. Can't get enough of that key lime pie or I'll just cry until I die. I don't know what I love. I just love my key lime pies. This feels like somebody that's obsessed with like slam poetry.
Pop culture icons,
I don't know if this is like somebody that's murdering people.
while some just seem to be weird, out-of-place pie recipes. The oldest post we found was from 2009, with the most recent being an awful TMZ story. Super weird, but if you were to Google or research those names associated with key lime pie, what you would discover is that this has been posted all over US media sites. A couple of things here that we discovered down the rabbit hole. Coochie's Key West Bar and Grill existed in one way or another.
Existed, bro. That shit looks like it was fucking a part of the Wild West, man. That looks like it was 80 years ago. Like that one building that's just been abandoned since you've been existing in your city.
On local eatery websites and Google Maps, but there's really no information as to what exactly it was. The majority of the posts we found were done by a Jake Carson, a fake name, or by celebrity/political figures. Nothing totally makes sense, yet everything is related. Also, who would go through this much trouble for something as ridiculous as key lime pie for a restaurant that isn't real? I found that pretty much everything the OP was talking about in their post was perfectly true. There are indeed thousands upon thousands of strange comments and reviews about Captain Coochie's key lime pies on countless random websites. And a lot of these comments have appeared on sites that have absolutely nothing to do with pie, such as this extremely long and somewhat inappropriate comment that was posted on a memorial site for a woman from San Jose.
No, somebody fucking died and they put this on their fucking memorial site. I tried the Captain Coochie's key lime pies and those pie-gasms healed all my symptoms within the first 4 weeks.
Who passed away at 74. As I also found, a lot of these comments are posted in articles and blogs revolving around suggestive content, such as this other one that appears in an article about a dating show. It reads, "That Captain Coochie Pelaez of Cucharidaville over in Asheville, North Carolina sure enough is one wild and crazy guy. All the women are so wild about him and his famous cheeseburgers and key lime pies." But even though these comments are definitely weird, these are just 2 of thousands of accounts that have been created to post these comments everywhere online. As you might have noticed, the phrasing of these rants seem to follow a bit of a pattern. In pretty much all of the comments, almost all the words have been capitalized where they shouldn't be, and the poster always signs off in the same way.
Hey Bob, do you know what the difference is in one of Captain Coochie's famous king-size sirloin steak sandwiches and an Ashton Kutcher movie is? This steak sandwich is so good. Don't forget the key lime pie. It's to die for.
With 3 dots after the last word.
All right, this is like less an ongoing bit inside joke that somebody's spamming on forums and actually getting really fucking weird.
Followed by a fake name.
Sounds like Roger's just crazy. Yeah, sounds like Roger has some weird obsession with like a fake fucking key lime pie verse.
I found that these comments have also been made on random Facebook posts. As you might have guessed, a bunch of people over the years have reached out to these Facebook accounts, and the responses they've gotten have been pretty disturbing, as you can see in this 2016 Reddit thread. The post reads, "I decided to send Coochie Pelaez a message and ask him when the world can know who Captain Coochie is. I didn't expect a reply, but roughly a month later Coochie replied, 'There's just no medicine like an all-natural key lime pie made from scratch.' Plus a bunch of other garbled nonsense about key lime pie. After a little bit of back and forth, the user asked Captain Coochie for the address of the restaurant, and this was the response they got. 'Close your eyes, let your ears listen to the radio. Do you hear my voice? Can you hear your own soul scream? Let me choose.'"
Oh, fuck no, dude. I'm not... Why are people interacting with this account? I feel like this is a block and let it fucking leave type of thing. My God. I'm like, hey, do you know where I could try this Captain Coochie's key lime pie? Do you know you have a soul? I can sense it from here. Do you know what it's like to scream?
My voice that predicts the future, or your tormented reach.
Have you ever had your fingernails pulled off of your fucking body?
What do you
block?
Choose. You can choose. Your life, your future. As smart as you are, you may have already found out that the radio drama from 75 years ago was the truth. They are on our planet, and they watch and see everything.
Oh, no, this guy's actually insane. I feel like he's like perma-tripping. They're on our planet, and they watch and see everything. Yeah, that makes me think he's in like some sense of like religious psychosis. Or he's just in a perma-trip.
5 years ago was the truth. They are on our planet, and they watch and see everything. Don't trust anyone. Don't trust the police. They are already controlled by them. And
Salvia? What is he doing? Salvia every day and having the same trip every time? There's no shot, dude. He's been posting about fucking piegasms for 5 years.
Lines of paranoid ranting. Strangely, the original message was sent in Swedish, which is the Reddit user's native language. What makes this disturbing is that there was nothing on the user's profile indicating that their first language was Swedish, which indicates that Captain Coochie could have stalked the user. And eerily, this wasn't the only time this happened. Whenever people reached out to these accounts to ask for information about the key lime pie phenomenon, they would often receive strange responses with very specific information about their lives that the key lime pie people had no reason to know.
Oh my god, stop.
The rabbit hole in this mystery goes pretty deep, but some things have been confirmed to be true. For example, as mentioned in the Key Lime WTF's Reddit,
would y'all, if y'all saw this guy commenting on like a random forum, would you reply to him?
Post, Coochie's Key West
Nope.
Bar and Grill was a real place in Asheville, North Carolina.
You would ask him where the pie is?
According to
Is it truly gonna give you, does the piegasm truly solve all ailments? I have a really big wart on the back of my
of Reddit users, the original owners were Oswald C. Pelaez,
just wondering, does this piegasm truly solve all ailments?
aka Coochie, and his wife Anita Pelaez. But interestingly, even though the random comments
I have an ass pimple, those are the worst. Oh.
and reviews are almost all about
Butt pimple? A bimple?
pie, the restaurant was actually known for its burgers. Still, despite this information, it's hard to understand where the connection is between the restaurant and the 15-year-long campaign to flood the internet with strange reviews about their key lime pies. Over the years, this has led thousands of people all over the internet to come up with all kinds of theories to explain the phenomenon. The first theory is that all of the comments and reviews are coming from a single poster. Technically, this is a possibility. I mean, it's not uncommon for people with extreme obsessive personalities to become fixated on something as random as key lime pie and dedicate years to spreading bizarre content across
but it's the same fucking thing over and over again.
Internet. However, the sheer volume of posts, accounts, and languages involved makes this kind of hard to believe. If you think about it, this would require the poster to individually open and verify thousands and thousands of sub-accounts, which would require a ton of different email addresses and more time than we can imagine. This is why a lot of people have suggested that all of these comments could be coming from a bot. The fact that all the comments are written in a similar style makes this a possibility, but there's one major caveat here. Over the past couple of decades, Google has really cracked down on bot accounts, making it increasingly difficult for random bots to open accounts and post comments on random blogs and sites. And sure, this could be a pretty advanced bot that's been updated over the years to be Google's security measures, but there's really very little motive for anyone to take the time to design.
Yeah, to spend that much time to try and bypass Google security for fucking bot spam so you could talk about fucking piegasms from Coochie's restaurant.
And something like this.
Oh my god, do you think it's supposed to be like Coochie? Bro, I feel like this is just some like perv. That's the vibe this is giving. Like Captain, like vagina. I hate saying that word. Like Captain Coochie's key lime pie gave me a piegasm.
So in the absence of a solid explanation,
like he's saying Coochie. I don't think it's Coochie.
Some slightly more disturbing theories have been proposed by the online community. According to one of the most popular ones, these comments could be a coded method of communication for some sort of cult or underground organization with nefarious purposes. This could explain the endless, seemingly random pop culture references and indecipherable strings of garbled text with random capitalization. I also found some Reddit comments where the users alleged that Coochie's Key West Bar and Grill was being used as a cover-up for something more sinister. For example, in 2017, a user posted a comment saying, I grew up—
Yo, you ever pass a business in your area that's most definitely money laundering. Dude, there are multiple places that I pass on a given basis. They get no business. None. No cars ever there. Dud-ass restaurant. Been open for fucking 8 years, right? You pass them by, I'm like, damn, I haven't seen this restaurant in 4 years. They're still running. No one's there. No one's there. Yo, you're taking drug money. You gotta be. What else is your fucking place doing to stay in business? Outside of money laundering. Like, how are you fucking running? Dude, there's so many businesses that are just surely in the red. Surely in the red.
Up in Arden and drove by it nearly
like random corner stores, like a Family Mart. Bro, you ever seen that shit? Even in like, bro, like big city, like New York City type shit. There's so many unsuccessful businesses that get no foot traffic. Like you're for sure fucking laundering money. That or you're just in debt.
Every day of my life and never once saw more than one car there. When I reached my 20s, I assumed it was a money laundering operation or something similar.
Claire's? No, Boscov's. You ever see a fucking Boscov's? Money laundering. Money laundering. Claire's, I would say, is money laundering for some shit. Forever 21. Yeah, a lot of mall stores. A lot of mall stores. Lids. Don't get me on Lids again. I truly believe Lids is a money laundering business. Okay. Knock on wood. You know, I hope they're not. But, bro, you're not selling that many fucking flat brim hats in 2025, okay? You're not. I know you're not. I know you're not selling that many fucking flat brim hats. Maybe you got one employee, yeah, but, like, bro, you're not turning a profit.
Reddit comments where the users alleged that Coochie's Key West Bar and Grill was being used as a cover-up for something more sinister. For example, in 2017, a user posted a comment saying, I grew up in Arden and drove by it nearly every day of my life and never once saw more than one car there. When I reached my 20s, I assumed it was a money laundering operation or something similar. A friend of mine actually ate there.
No business! None!
Once many.
A customer walks in, the fucking bell rings, everybody's head. Never served somebody a day in their life.
Years ago.
I'll have the key lime pie.
If I recall correctly, it was empty and the food was unremarkable. It had never occurred to me to do the same. This is honestly just one of those mysteries that you could make an entire documentary series about and you'd still barely be scratching the surface. To this day, nobody really knows where all these comments are coming from, who's posting them, and why or even how many people are involved in this whole campaign. And considering how deep the rabbit hole goes with this one, we can safely assume that it'll probably stay that way for a long time. On Christmas Day 2014, an anonymous 4chan user opened a pretty disturbing thread with the words, I bought a Wii U, but it was broken, so
Is that poop? Is that poop? Is that poop?
Opened the Wii U, and this thing was inside. What is this? Next to the captions, the user uploaded a couple of images of some sort of brown oval-shaped object inside the console. At first glance, the OP thought it
Yeah, we're getting a real fucking... Let's get a 4K image of this. This just looks like feces or a dead bird.
was probably something an animal had left in there. But a few minutes
Animal, I'm going poop.
later, he followed up with some images that looked like something straight out of a nightmare. Apparently, the brown object was some sort of spider nest, and as soon as the OP cracked it open, it looked like this. A few minutes later, the poster commented,
I would have a heart attack. Then and there. I don't have arachnophobia, but that would be... Oh my god. I have always been so scared that if you ever kill... Like, have you ever killed a spider in, like, your room? And you see videos where it's like, you kill the spider and then all the babies hatch out and it's like 100 of them just run everywhere? I don't know what I would do. Like, what do you do in that scenario?
At least
fucking fumigate the room. Oh.
The spider's already dead. Whatever happened, it's an egg opened too soon or an egg that never managed to open. The spiders must have devoured each other to stay alive and eventually grew to max capacity and truly died.
Wow.
The size shows they're adults, but the color shows they literally have no plating or skin. 3 minutes later, the OP gave a chilling update saying, this one was still alive. And this is where the thread starts to get a little disturbing. Just a few seconds later, another user commented on the post saying, okay, I googled it for you, OP. That's a dirt dauber nest. The spiders are paralyzed inside of it. If they're not dead by now and they're actually fresh catches, they're gonna be waking up soon.
Oh my God, he sends another picture. They're all gone. Stop.
And responding to the image of the live spider the OP posted, the user warned, "This spider kind of looks like a brown recluse. If you let it sting you, your arm is gonna start rotting while..."
Oh, they're poisonous. That's wonderful. Oh, they're fucking deadly spiders in his fucking wee.
"While you're alive." Responding to the original picture of the spiders, another user commented, "By the looks of it, the last one just woke up, and the dirt dauber might not even have started laying its larvae yet. If that's the case, these might all just be paralyzed. Also, I'm afraid for OP's life, since the spider that did wake up looks like a brown recluse, and if that's actually the case, the OP has a dirt dauber nest full of brown recluses. He's in for one hell of a ride."
Holy fuck,
Over the next
bro.
several minutes, dozens of other users jumped in the chat to warn the OP not to provoke the spiders under any circumstances. Fortunately, shortly after, the OP posted a
Provoke
final...
the spiders! What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Do you call fucking bug guy? What do you do? How do you fucking get rid of them? They gotta fucking gas your whole house now.
update to the thread saying, "OP here, they weren't dead and they started to move. I ran out of my house and called the exterminator.
Oh,
I'm posting from
nah.
my cell phone." It's pretty disturbing to think that a nest of poisonous spiders could be growing inside of one of your consoles without you knowing it. And
Do you think he's gonna get money from Nintendo?
according to another commenter, it's actually pretty common for
They gave me Mario Party on the house.
dirt daubers to do
Made it all better.
this. Thankfully, it looks like the OP was okay.
Oh my God, now that's gonna be, oh my
In
God,
March-
that's actually disgusting. If I opened that shit and I saw a bunch of spiders crawl out.
2020, an anonymous 4chan user posted an image of a missing girl named Lisa Irwin, along with a set of coordinates that point to a random location in the middle of the trees somewhere in Lakeside Village, Kansas. For context, Lisa had gone missing in October 2011 when she was just a 10-month-old baby. That day, Jeremy Irwin, Lisa's dad, came back from work at 4 a.m. and immediately called the cops when he saw his daughter was missing from her crib. Disturbingly, he mentioned to his wife Deborah that the front door was unlocked and that 3 cell phones were missing. During the investigation, a bunch of really strange things started happening, and it was hard for the cops to make sense of anything. Even though some witnesses had reported seeing a strange man carrying a baby wearing a diaper near the area where Lisa had gone missing, they didn't have enough evidence to arrest a particular suspect. Surveillance video from the area showed a man dressed in white leaving a wooded area near the Irwin's house at 2:30 a.m. But the suspect the cops brought in as a result of the footage...
Oh my God, I feel so bad, bro. Being a parent, you get a newborn child and it gets fucking taken from you.
...had rock-solid alibis. Chillingly, when the cops searched the Irwin's house that same year, dogs picked up the scent of a dead body in Deborah's bedroom. When the authorities confronted her about it, she claimed she didn't initially look for her daughter because she was afraid of what she might find. This was just the first in a
Wait, what? So their kid was just dead in their house?
series of strange claims and contradictions that Lisa's mom would find herself in. Later, she would allege that the last time she had seen her baby, it had been around 10:30 p.m. But after, she confessed that she had been drinking with a friend and didn't remember when the last time she saw her daughter was. Investigators also accused Deborah of failing a lie detector test, and even her own best friend told the police that Deborah had a dark side and that she believed she could have been responsible for the disappearance of her own daughter. Strangely,
Well, that's a fucking thing. Well, I mean, not 10 months out, but isn't that a thing for a while where it's like some moms or even dads feel like a weird urge to like kill their child? Postpartum something where it's like because that's a felony. Well, yeah, killing the kid would be, but having postpartum depression isn't.
Jeremy denied making the call. When the cops investigated the call, they found that it had been made to a Kansas City woman named Megan Wright. Interestingly, Megan had once been in a relationship with a suspect in the case, a drifter who lived in a halfway house close to the Irwins. Still, she denied being the one who had picked up the phone on the night of Lisa's disappearance. To this day, the cops are convinced that whoever made that call is responsible for whatever happened to Lisa, but in the absence of new evidence, the case went cold for a very long time. The image you see in the 4chan thread is actually an age
Yeah, that right image is AI.
progressed picture released by the authorities to help the public identify the victim, and it shows what Lisa would have looked like at 7 years old.
They're able to do that with, I know they're able to do that with like kids and adults, but they're able to do that with a newborn infant. I feel like all newborn infants look exactly the same. Genuinely. Like, they all just look like they're just babies.
Posted the coordinates, some of the commenters started suspecting that the OP was the perpetrator, and that the coordinates pointed to the
because they haven't grown into any features.
Location in the middle of the woods where Lisa's body was located. One user commented, "I just emailed this thread to 2 local NBC affiliates in Kansas that cover the Thompsonville and Oskaloosa area. Hopefully this is legit and we can finally do some good and bring peace to a family." But even though a lot of people got in touch with the police over the leaked coordinates, frustratingly, nothing really came of them. And it's unclear if the cops just didn't investigate the coordinates, or if they did but they didn't find anything there. To this day, Lisa's disappearance has created more questions than answers. Was it the guy who was seen in the surveillance footage? Was it the parents? Or the 4chan user? We'll likely never know.
Yeah, that 4chan user is really fucking weird. I feel like the other two could make more sense, but it's like, who the hell would have posted that?
As you probably know, one of the most popular features of 4chan was that it allowed its users to stay completely anonymous, which was part of the culture of the forum. Still, some users chose to have a username to put more weight behind their words and engage in genuine social interactions with others. This was the case with user UTV, who was very active on the 4chan sports board back in the day. Based on his post, UTV was an Englishman who followed the Premier League, was a fan of Aston Villa striker Christian Benteke, and hated Manchester City. Most of his interactions in the boards he participated in are pretty much exactly what you'd expect from a slightly aggressive sports fan in an online board. But there was one thing that made UTV's post stand out in the sea of 4chan threads. Strangely,
ooh, just fucking blatant racism.
UTV had a secret admirer, an anonymous
secret admirer, that's what we're pointing out? Bro just said national teams shouldn't be filled with foreigners. National teams shouldn't be filled with Africans.
4chan threads. Strangely, UTV had a...
We're just going to glaze by that one. So all of his posts were like really normal outside of this one.
Secret admirer, an anonymous user who tracked, archived, and followed every single one of UTV's posts and comments across more than 250 threads. Whenever UTV posted anything, the anonymous user would archive his posts, comment on them, and summarize his activities with perfect precision. At first, it was kind of funny, and it seemed like the user was just a troll who liked to mess with UTV for no particular reason. And it seemed like the trolling had the desired effect, as UTV would often blurt out some pretty aggressive comments at the anonymous user, frustrated with the level of obsession the user had developed towards him. In one thread, UTV commented, "Archiving my posts in here is one thing, but you're actually stalking me in other threads too. Get a life." After weeks of stalking and obsessing over UTV's every move, the user earned himself the nickname The Archiver from other board members who found his activities hilarious. Unfortunately for UTV, the more he engaged with the Archiver, the more the Archiver would obsess over logging, categorizing, summarizing, praising, and decorating his posts. And
I feel like a lot of this is troll shit, though. Like, you're feeding into it, bro. You're clearly like an older man that really likes fucking football, and you're obsessed with your team, and so one guy just finds your channel, rage baits you one time, you full fucking faceplant fall for it, and then he just feeds into it.
But after a few weeks, the
That's you? Yeah, I do fall for rage bait quite often.
plot took a pretty creepy turn. In July 2013, the Archiver was no longer satisfied with simply logging the posts, so he started composing songs and poems based on UTV's interests and personality, including a limerick that read, "There was once a young Phil from Kent who loved to call Frodo an ent. He bet against Villa in a 3-1 thriller. They lost and his money was sent." It's worth noting that UTV's real name was actually Phil, meaning the Archiver had started finding out more and more personal information about him as time went on. Over the following weeks,
Bro just gotta hop off 4chan, man.
the Archiver progressed from songs and poems to other kinds of worship and obsession.
When I first arrived, you all circle jerked? What?
Which included making ink blot tests featuring UTV's posts, as well as designing detailed floor plans for the home he would like to live in if he and UTV ever moved in together. He even made preparations for UTV's funeral with detailed instructions for his family to follow on the...
Okay, never mind. This is no longer funny. This is just creepy. This is... No, that's weird. No, that's weird. Yeah, we're drawing the line about... Yeah. Detailed things about the funeral? No, that's just weird.
Day of the ceremony. The madness continued for several weeks until on October 7, the Archiver made his final post about UTV in the TRB board saying, "I have been with UTV for 255 threads. This is the last one. My parents have discovered my UTV works, and they have insisted I remove everything of the type from my computer and be done with it. They will be monitoring my activities now to ensure I
Bro probably got a cease and desist.
cannot do it anymore. This is my final message. I'm sorry to UTV, and I hope he sees
Or got fucking, like, actually potentially charged for harassment.
this and understands. I have one more gift to share with him. This 97-page document contains every personal work I've created that involves UTV in any way. It is for him. I do not want anyone else to read it. However...
Oh, nah, no, this is really fucking weird. No, this is really fucking weird. 97-page document he made for him.
I cannot stop you from doing so. As the entire internet soon found out, the archiver wasn't lying about the document. He literally compiled an almost 100-page PDF featuring everything he had written and designed over almost 5 months of insane obsession over a random dude on 4chan. The Phil Marillion, as the archiver titled the document, contained detailed information about Phil's posts, his interests, and his interactions with the archiver.
Nah, this is so weird. I feel like this started as like rage bait and somewhat of like a social experiment where you're like, let me just pick a random guy on a thread and just fucking document what he does. And then actually just full on turned into like obsessive stalking.
On the front page, an explanation for the document reads, "Why am I doing this? Because UTV is my passion, my hobby, and my social life. I love him, and I love archiving his posts. Archiving his posts isn't enough. They are my bread and butter, but this is the salt and pepper on the sandwich that spices it up." The rest of the 97-page document is about as crazy as you'd expect from a guy who spent all his waking hours stalking another guy on 4chan. It contains detailed stories and fantasies involving the archiver and UTV, a detailed plan to make UTV like him more, pictures of inventions and gadgets the archiver designed using snippets of UTV's posts, an incredibly dark and meticulously planned blueprint to abduct UTV
What?
and hold him hostage.
A ransom note. We have your son require $40 million to have him to give him back to you, light on cash.
Hostage for £40 million. And so much
We're gonna send you a piece of him for every week that we don't get 40 million.
more stuff that you can't even imagine. When the archiver shared his masterwork, Phil responded only with a question mark and then vanished forever from 4chan. To this day, the internet...
What a response. 97-page document, question mark, that's it.
It still doesn't know what to make of the archiver or his motivations behind obsessing over a stranger to such an insane degree. Some allege mental illness, others think the archiver just genuinely loved Phil. But whatever the case, the PDF served as a wake-up call to be careful.
Loved Phil, bro. I feel like that's not love, man. Love's like a caring thing, not creepy.
People who you talk to or give information about yourself online, because you never really know what they're doing with it.
Wow, bro, that was fucking so weird. I feel like that hard pivoted from rage bait to just insanity. Dude drops a 100-page monologue just to get hit with a question mark. What? What? That's it. Oh my gosh. Well, that was an interesting video. All right. Edit her in, she'll be later in the vlog. So, first part, tournament. Second part, actual Fortnite, not Fortnite, Super Bowl. I placed the bet, $5 grand, Seattle Seahawks, -4.5 spread. Tail of the bet, it's too late. It's too late, I already know it hit. The video's already out. If it doesn't hit, I'm probably gonna crash out in this video. Anyways, we're going to the Super Bowl for part of the vlog. I'll be vlogging that, what it's like. You know, I feel like nobody really does. Method, short horror film.
Hey guys, welcome back. For those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Matt and I am a professional dog walker. I love dogs.
You know, you could actually make crazy fucking money dog walking. Those are the types of videos that I watch at like 2 a.m. when I'm bored. There's like New York dog walkers that make like $500 a day dog walking, but they walk like 15 dogs at once. Not 15, like 5. But they're walking like 15 dogs in a day. It's crazy.
I actually think I used to be one.
How though? I don't know. There's a lot to it. I could actually probably link the video that I watched. A lot of you guys, I have like 2 separate YouTube channels, one for stream that I watch stuff on, and then my own personal one, because all my own recommendation is like boring, informative stuff. It's like a dog walking business video. Oh my God. I don't even know what it was on, but it was this woman that was like, I'm going to try and earn money dog walking. And it was it's like in practice, you're like, oh, you just got to walk dogs. No. Because you have to know the type of dog, how to train them, how they act. You have to, remember their allergies or whatever the then you got to walk them multiple miles, so you're doing physical work too. And you have to like bounce all around the city to get them in a certain amount of steps. Oh, it's fucking hell. It's hell.
And tonight I'm going to take you on one of my runs to show you some of my methods on how to get the coveted 5-star review. All right, let's do this job together. So I just accepted this one earlier today, and I've just arrived at the address. And the owner actually said that he...
Oh no! Is this how this is going to be? He's going to go pick up the dog, and the dog's going to be gone. It's going to be something else in the house, because they always had, that was one of the parts of the video I thought was so weird, is that the dog walkers in New York have a key to their fucking client's apartment. The trust you have to have in somebody to give them a key, because they walk the dog when you're away. So that's part of the craziness of the business, is you have to get them to trust you to give you a key so you could walk into their house when they're not there to come pick up their dog and, exercise it. Who the fuck gives a dog walker a key? Somebody that's not there. Like, I would never do that. Anyways, that's definitely what's going to happen here. It's going to be a fucking skinwalker. Dog's going to be dead.
The channel, very cool. But seriously, praise and reviews like that, they really do mean a lot to a guy like me. All right, so it says that this dog's name is...
Yo, I had such a bad experience. I'm gonna pause a lot. Sorry, when he referenced the 5-star review, it really got me going. I had such a bad experience at a restaurant the other day that I actually almost reviewed it on Yelp. And at that point, I literally had to take a step back, and I went, "Don't turn into an unk. Don't do that." I was like, I can't become a Yelp reviewer. Like, I look at Yelp, what is Yelp? How people review, like, businesses and restaurants and stuff. And I almost gave a restaurant, like, a 2-star. I reserved it. I asked for a corner seat. They put us by the door, and it was cold. There was one bathroom in the entire restaurant, and there was, like, about maybe a capacity of 100 people. I stood in line for the bathroom for, like, 15 minutes. There was, like, somebody vomiting in the toilet. I was like, what the fuck is this experience? The food was all right, but... a little overpriced. I was like, I'd give this place a 3-star tops, It had like a 4.8. I was like, disagree with that. Why didn't you do it? Because, Javi, if I gave them a 3-star, I would feel bad. There was one time where my driver was falling asleep at the wheel on Uber, and I gave him a 3-star, and he was falling asleep. He was biting his thumb to stay awake and drifting into the other lane. I should have given that motherfucker a 1-star. He should have gotten fired, right? I gave him a 3-star because I felt bad. I was like, dude, I'm giving you a 5-star even if the experience is subpar most of the time.
Toby, he is 30 pounds, and he's a 4-year-old shepherd mix. He loves cuddling and
oh, you little puppies. You little puppies.
Cuddling and watching I Love Lucy. Aw. Says he is shy and can be a little overprotective of his home. Who isn't? But just play fetch with him, and he'll love you forever.
He about to walk in there. It's going to be some dude in a dog costume. He's like, yo, bro, you're not a dog.
This cute little guy. Let's go meet him.
Method. Let me show you the dog walking method.
Okay, so this one's going to be pretty easy. It said that Toby has plenty of water, and so I just need to feed him and then take him out afterwards. Also, the owner texted me, and he said that he unlocked the door for me remotely.
Not liking the vibe thus far. Dog ain't at the door. There's already a problem.
To be polite.
Nope, not doing that.
Toby. Toby.
Oh, fuck no.
Come here, bud. Toby? Guess he's hiding. Did say he was shy, so... Oh, what does that smell?
Oh, God. It's going to be a dead dog.
Oh, no.
Oh, Toby dropped. That is not a fucking dog turd. That is a huge shit.
Yeah, that can happen. Man, that is large. It's weird. I thought he was supposed to be a little guy.
Oh, God.
Not sure how he managed to pull that off, but okay. Yeah, I'm going to deal with
me walking through the streets of San Fran when I see a fucking turd on the ground. I'm like, nah, it's not dog poop.
that later. What's this say? 3 scoops, please. If Toby is hiding, please bring his food to him.
How the fuck are you supposed to hide him? Or find him if he's hiding?
Yeah, so what you saw back there on the floor, that happens more than I would like, unfortunately. The cleanup is not fun, but it's going that extra mile that gets you the good review, so.
Going that extra mile that gets you the good review? I think that's the bare minimum. The dog shit on the floor. Pick it up. What? The dog pooped on the floor.
Wow. That is a lot of food. It says 3 scoops though, so let's go give it to him.
3 scoops is that is a shitload of dog food. Dude, it's gonna be a human, man.
Hungry, Toby? Coming up with your food. Toby?
Let's turn some lights on in the fucking apartment, why don't we? What are we doing?
Note.
Please keep the lights off. Help Toby stay calmer while I'm away. Hell no.
Lights off helps Toby stay calmer while I'm away. Okay.
I'm just turning that shit back on, bro. They ain't know. How the fuck are they gonna know I turned the lights on? Well, they got a Ring doorbell camera inside.
5-star rating, right? Okay.
Really striking for that 5-star here.
Up the stairs, all by myself, into the dark.
Yeah, I'm starting to get
Toby,
nervous, bro.
Where are you?
I feel like most short horror films, I'm not that scared.
It's so dark.
He's gonna see a face.
Toby.
Was that a dog?
Come here, buddy.
What was that noise? I'm not looking at my screen. Oh, there's hiding in chat. Dude, Toby's not in the bathroom.
You hungry?
Oh, fuck off.
Got your food.
Oh, no, that does sound like a dog. Bro, turn the lights on!
Toby? Oh, there he is. Hi, Toby.
I thought it was a small dog. That thing's big as hell. What? Wasn't it supposed to be like a brown dog? That thing looks like a fucking Cane Corso-sized dog. That's not real.
You're a little bigger than your dad said.
Yeah.
Must put the wrong info in. It's all right. I've got your food. I'm your friend. See?
Oh, stop.
Come over here. Oh, it's okay. Your dad asked me to come by.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, it's okay. So the app requires me to take a photo, so I'm just going to do that real quick. Let's turn on the light so I can see the picture. Submitted.
What the fuck? Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm jawing that motherfucker. I called that shit. I said it was gonna be a human in a fucking costume. It's gonna be freaky as shit. He took a dump on the floor. I'm punching his ass in the face. I am knocking him out cold. Hell no, that is a man in that suit.
What the hell? Oh no. No, dude, no.
Dude, no. Kick him. He's on the ground. I'd say you shit on the floor before I came here, bro. I wouldn't stop thinking about that.
That was a person in a dog costume.
That was a person in the dog costume. Imagine he goes, so this is actually fairly common in the dog walking business. So there's a protocol in the app that we're supposed to do here. And I've had this happen. This is probably the 3rd time now. What do we do? Bear spray. Yeah. Dude, where is he? Bro, can we stop slow peeking corners? I mean, have we ever played Rainbow Six Siege? What are we doing? Ah! Hey, no. Shut the door! Shut the door! Why are we not shutting the door? Why is he hiding behind it like we can't see you?
Listen, okay? I don't know what kind of stuff that you are into, but this is not what the app is for. So I'm going to leave. And I won't say anything about this, but I am going to go. Okay?
If you could leave a 5-star rating, that would be very much approved. That's how you get it, YouTube frogs. 5 stars. Dude, he's going to be waiting for you.
Just going to get out of here. Please.
Oh, fuck off. He's going to be at the door. Ah!
Oh! No,
Oh my God, yes.
no. I'm sorry. Can we try that again?
What?
You were doing great. Giving me so much to work with. I know I can really nail it if we can go again.
What?
No, really, just pretend like nothing happened. Let's take it from the top.
Okay, is this like a prank thing or something?
Oh, I'm sorry. You must be so confused now. Okay, so I'm an actor, right?
Okay.
And I'm up for a role in a new movie about a killer dog who is very protective of his family. Anyway, the point is, the movie opens with a scene of the dog killing the dog sitter. And
oh, no.
I wanted to do something that really stood out, so I thought this footage could make a great audition tape.
I feel like he's lying. I feel like this guy is maybe a method actor of sorts, but I think he's going to kill this guy for either way.
Dude, no. Look, I don't want to be your scene partner for whatever kind of like method acting thing you're doing.
Well, why not? You were doing so good. We're both just professionals trying to do the best job we possibly can, right? I thought you'd do anything for a 5-star rating.
Yeah, not this, okay?
Bro, lean into it. I feel like at this point, you got to realize this guy's insane, right? And I know, like, I'd be worried too, but I feel like I'd be like, okay, yeah, sure, let's take it from the top. Let's go back downstairs real quick. And then I'm darting. Right now, I'm sidestep, nut kick, bonk, right? I'm picking him up the way that my fucking shin is driving into his nutsack. When I say that I'm crushing them like gushers, the way that I'm kicking them in the balls as hard as I fucking can. And then I'm running out of that fucking house so fast. I'd be like, yeah, let's take it from the top. Jaw him, kick him in the nuts, run.
Please, I just want to leave, all right?
We're not done the scene yet.
All right. If I do this scene with you, do you promise that, like, you're not going to hurt me? Like, we're just acting, right?
Of course.
Because you did scratch me before, but as long as we're just acting.
Can't speak for Toby, though.
Wait, what?
I told you. I need to make this stand out.
No, dude.
Oh my God, he's gonna kill him while he's acting like Toby.
Go on your count or mine?
Okay, no, there is no count, all right? Seriously, please, I'm begging you, dude.
Please, I'm begging you. That's perfect. Okay, on my count.
Yo, no.
3.
No, dude.
2.
Come on.
1.
Stop.
Action.
No! You like this toy? don't you come get it? Yeah. Okay, Toby. Yeah, good dog. You want this? You want this? Go get it.
Leave! Leave! He's in the backyard! Go through the front door! Why are we walking? Oh my God, what are we going? Oh no, I'm safe in the house. It's his house! He knows how to get in here.
Well, that was a first. Probably also.
Why are we so calm? What? Probably gonna get a 5-star review.
Last, because I don't think I'll be making any more videos after this. Might actually delete my channel. So, I'm gonna just get out of here.
He's gonna be at the front door. He's gonna be at the front door. I knew it! I knew it!
Let it go. Stop.
Send in audition, tape by Friday, review footage for self-critique, backstory motivation. Five stars. 5 stars. 3 stars? Matt, you could have done a better job, brother. Apparently you didn't do a great job. This is giving Creep 2014 mixed with Good Boy 2022. Yeah. I never saw Good Boy. But I know that that's that weird-ass movie where the guy has to act like a dog. That was a good video. Next video, chat. 6 most disturbing 4chan threads. Lock in.
On November 29, 2007, an anonymous 4chan user uploaded a disturbing post.
Do people still use 4chan, though? Because I feel like all of these are going to be threads from, like, the early 2000s. Early and mid 2010s. No? Like, is 4chan active? It's gone? Does it exist? If it still exists, people use it. I just don't know if 4chan is... Like, I'm not an expert. I didn't know what 4chan was until, like... 3-4 years ago.
In 2007, an anonymous 4chan user uploaded a disturbing post with the words, "If anyone can correctly guess their own post number, I will tell you where she is buried." Eerily, the post was accompanied by an image of a teenage girl. For context, on 4chan, each thread is assigned a unique post number, which is completely random and serves as an identifier for that specific post. These kinds of posts where the OP would reward other users with something if they managed to guess their exact post number were pretty common. But the rewards themselves were rarely this dark and specific. You can probably understand how the creepy nature of this particular post instantly caught the attention of so many people. It's worth mentioning that the dates and times from the screenshots shown are the archive dates and times, meaning they're not accurate. But over the following minutes after the post...
Side conversation. He's saying this is archived, so this is from so long ago. Do you think there's ever going to be a moment where YouTube starts, like, deleting back roll of old content for, like, server usage? I know it's easier to store more and more amounts of stuff, but do you think there's ever going to be a point, like, 20 years from now where they're like, we're going to delete videos from 2008? Like, at some point, I feel like there's going to be... It would be so much footage. Isn't it, like... years worth of footage get uploaded on YouTube every day? How much footage is uploaded to YouTube per day? 720,000 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every day. Like that, are they able to consistently just keep that on a site? Maybe because it condenses it, but still, dude. Over like 20, 30 years from now, there's no shot.
This was made, several other users jumped in to guess their post numbers. And just 15 minutes later, a user correctly guessed theirs. After which, the OP made good on their promise and...
A lot of that's got to be AI slop. I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong. I think that, yeah, there is a good portion of bot posting, but a lot of people post on YouTube, like very frequently. Not even just because they want to be content creators. Like, did you ever have to post stuff on YouTube for like science class as like an unlisted video, and then you send it to your teacher? Like shit like that. Like people just use YouTube for work.
Said, winner, here you go, and then a set of coordinates.
Oh, so you fucking actually sent the coordinates of a dead body to somebody?
Strangely, the coordinates pointed to a pretty random patch of trees on the side of a county road about 50 miles east of El Dorado, Kansas.
What, and you're gonna go look? Chat, you see this 4chan thread, you fucking guessed your own fucking post number out of curiosity on whether or not this guy's serious. He actually sends you coordinates. I'm not going to look for a fucking dead body. Are you insane? I would maybe, like, give it to people, like the police or something of the local county, but, like, goddamn, no. No. Get a group, and you would go dig it up?
But as it was later revealed...
Now you're just looping yourself into that shit.
There was nothing random about the location. The girl in the image in the anonymous user's post was 18-year-old Emily Sander, a Butler Community College student who had gone missing a little less than a week before the disturbing post was...
Oh my god, no. Did this person actually bury the fucking body there and post about it?
...made. Shockingly, the police found Sanders' partially clothed body around an hour after the coordinates were revealed at the exact coordinates provided by the user. It's important to...
I feel like we've seen so many videos of like Reddit accounts or 4chan accounts that say like random creepy shit like this, but they're almost always trolls. This person actually murdered this woman, hid her body, and then posted about it on fucking 4chan. I'm really bad at basketball. I used to almost be last pick in middle school, and the only reason I wasn't is because I was taller than most of my class. But you know who doesn't suck at basketball? Professionals. And you know what's more fun than watching them? Betting on them with DraftKings Sportsbook, the sponsor of today's video. Since the NBA season's starting up, there's no better time to get in on the action. If you're a new customer and you sign up today using promo code JOEB, place a $5 bet, you get 3 months of NBA League Pass on us, as well as if your bet hits $300 in bonus bets instantly. What a deal. And if DraftKings Sportsbook isn't available in one of the states that you currently live in, one of the green ones, you can still take advantage of daily DraftKings fantasy. So make sure to check out DraftKings today and sign up using promo code JOEB. Place a $5 bet and get 3 months of NBA League Pass on us, as well as if your bet hits $300 in bonus bets instantly. Thank you to DraftKings for sponsoring this video. And let's get back into it.
Mentioned that by the time the uploader revealed the coordinates on 4chan, the cops had already been investigating Emily's disappearance for a few days. And they were already zeroing in on a suspect. As the
they know who it is.
Investigation had revealed, Emily had disappeared on November 23rd of that year after leaving a bar outside El Dorado with a man named Israel Mirales. According to 2 witnesses,
number one suspect probably going to be the guy she left with.
Israel had bought Emily and her friends drinks at a Chinese restaurant in El Dorado before accompanying them at a bar called The Retreat. After the two left the bar, Emily was never seen alive again. Following the finding of some pretty compelling evidence of Israel's involvement in Emily's disappearance, the authorities put out a warrant for his arrest. But by then, Israel had already fled to Mexico. Fortunately, due to the severity of the crimes, the cops were able to extradite him back to Kansas for interrogation. During his testimony, the suspect claimed that after they had left the bar, he and Emily had gone back to a motel room together. According to his version of the events,
bro, I truly believe that you just should not leave a bar with random people ever. I think the idea, like the hookup culture of getting with somebody that night is so scary that there's only negatives in my mind. Man or woman, mainly for women, right? But the idea of like meeting somebody at a bar, basically blackout drunk, and then agreeing to like go sleep with them at a motel. Like I'm not saying there's always going to be like drugs or like weird intent involved, because a lot of the time there's not. But it's like, dude, you're fucking playing Russian roulette with weirdos, you know? Just banking that this guy's not going to fucking kill you in your sleep.
At one point in the night, another man had shown up at the motel room and tried to rob him, after which he allegedly left the motel alone. When he came back a few hours later, Sanders was supposedly dead. The story is already kind of hard to believe, especially when you factor in that after allegedly finding the lifeless victim in the room, Israel claimed that he panicked, put her body in the trunk of his car, and headed to a house where—
What? He said somebody tried to break into the motel and he found her body dead and then put her in the car.
The motel room and tried to rob him, after which he allegedly left the motel alone. When he came back a few hours later, Sanders was supposedly dead. The story is already kind of hard to
Wouldn't you immediately call the cops there?
believe, especially when you factor in that after allegedly finding the lifeless victim in the room—
Why does your YouTube look like that? I don't know. Is there a YouTube update? I was going to ask that. This interface looks really weird and I don't like it. Is this new? I think this is new.
Israel claimed that he panicked, put her body in the trunk of his car, and headed to a house where his 16-year-old pregnant girlfriend was staying in nearby Baxter Springs.
Whoa. What?
Again,
So he met a girl at a bar, killed her, or she died, he's saying. Put her in her body, pulled up to his girlfriend's place who's 16 and pregnant, and then what, hid the body?
this was already a huge stretch, and it didn't exactly help Israel's case that investigators found a large knife and clothing with his DNA in a trash can at his girlfriend's home in Baxter Springs. When it was more than obvious that Israel was responsible for the crime, a judge sentenced him to life in prison without parole. As for the 4chan thread, I couldn't—
Don't you always want to know, like, why? I'm not saying a lot of these guys are normal growing up, right? Or, like, normal people in the sense of, like, doing crazy shit. But, like, it's not, it doesn't make it better. But I'm always like, what motivated you to that night pick out this woman, bring her home, and kill her? Like,
find any official confirmation.
Some weird fantasy, like a fucking, like they're obsessive with like the idea of killing people for like pleasure.
That the post was uploaded by Israel. And it's worth mentioning that because the coordinates were revealed a little under an hour before the cops officially announced where they had found Emily, the thread could have been opened by someone on the police force who knew about the location before the public.
That's also just fucking weird as shit. A cop opened a 4chan thread saying he knew the location of a dead body.
Still, there's a very real possibility that the 4chan post was uploaded by the killer himself, adding an even more disturbing layer to an already horrific crime. On August 25, 2009, a 4chan user opened a thread with the title, "Look What I Found." The caption read, "So I was looting through some
Like, that's what you got to do with a dead body. Once you do it once, your tolerance is high, so you got to do it more." I don't know, man. I think you're relating, like, murderous psychopath serial killers to all people that commit murder. Like, I don't think the average person isn't killing somebody. But I also would say that I think people that are killing people aren't usually getting some sort of sexual pleasure out of it. Usually it's like an anger or malicious intent, not like deriving from a non-sexual emotion.
Stuff my dad left when he died, and I found this.
Have you killed somebody? No, Mike, I've never killed someone. And I hope I never do. I don't think I would ever be able to, like, physically do that. In self-defense, maybe, but that's like, I don't think I would ever be able to, like, fucking kill somebody and then not think about it every day for the rest of my life. Like, I don't know, man, especially if, like, you're, okay, I think it's different if you're, like, in the military and you're killing for the sake of your country and trying to do something for, like, a common goal. It's still killing people. But, like, that versus murdering someone, stuffing them in a bag and dumping their body in the ocean, like, so you think you could stomach that? You think you would be able to hold that for the rest of your life? What about self-defense? Even then, I think, yeah, in self-defense, it's different. I'm saying more so, I mean, you're still going to think about that all the time. If you're ever in a situation where you have to kill somebody in self-defense, yes, you're not going to be as guilty, but, like, conscious-wise, but you're still going to think about it all the time. But I'm saying, like, the idea of, like, killing somebody, Dexter can do it. Dexter is a fictional serial killer and a serial killer, okay? That's different.
And a live grenade. It seems kind of old, but looks okay to me. What would the random...
When I do watch horror films, I will think a lot of the time, I'm not saying, I don't want to ask this question because I feel like this is going to breed weirdos in my chat. But it's like, when you watch horror films that involve somebody trying to hide a dead body, a lot of the time, I don't want to say it's obvious that they're doing something stupid, but like, don't you think that when people kill somebody and they're just like, I'm going to go bury them in the woods, it's probably not a great play, you know? Like, if you're trying to have a body not be found, I feel like you got to be doing some Breaking Bad type shit. Like, burning their body with acid. You're a pro at it? No. I'm not saying I'm a pro at this. I've never done this. I'm saying from watching this shit where it's like, yeah, they just stuff them in a bag and bury them in the woods a mile from their house. I'm like, dude, I feel like you got to fucking chop up the body, fucking put it in a bone grinder, like fucking, I don't know. Like, you can't just bury it.
4chan user opened a thread with the title, "Look What I Found." The caption read, "So I was looting through some stuff my dad left when he died, and I found this. The old bastard had a live grenade. It seems kinda old, but looks okay to me. What would the random boy
His grandfather just had a fucking, or his dad just had a live grenade in the house?
Or do with it?" Next to the caption was an image of the OP's hand holding what appeared to be a live grenade. For the next 15 minutes, the thread was flooded with all kinds of comments from users all around the world.
Dude, and aren't really old explosives also potentially dangerous to just blow up if you, like, drop it? You don't even need to pull the pin. It's just like, if it's a really old explosive, it could just blow up. Yeah, no. I had a teacher in middle school that was in the military and talked about how they had to do grenade training. And they would pull the pin and they would be told, they would count out loud, like 1, 2, throw it. I could never do that. If you ever gave me a grenade, I don't care if it's a 30-second fucking fuse. The idea of pulling a pin of something and knowing, hey, this is a live grenade, I'm immediately throwing it. Like, I'm talking pull the pin, chuck instantly. Even in, like, video games, I do that. I'm too scared in a video game to hold fucking RT for more than half a second. Let alone, in real life, cook a grenade fucking 4 seconds next to the chest to just chuck it into a fucking hole. No.
With some claiming that the grenade was fake and asking the uploader for proof that it was made out of real metal and wasn't just a plastic imitation. Let me see the...
They could just chuck it back? Yes, but I don't think any human's instinct seeing a grenade on the floor is let me run at that. Maybe in a battle scenario, people are trained, but I really don't believe the average person is doing a return to sender. I think they're seeing a grenade and going, that's going to blow up right now. Jump behind a building or cover versus let me run at it and pick it up.
Bottom of it. Bottom. It's plastic, lol. No plastic, dimwit, it's all metal. With this comment, the OP included an image of himself holding up a lighter to a grenade, which is obviously a horrific idea. Still, it was nothing compared to what was coming. Disturbingly, some of the other commenters encouraged the poster to throw the grenade in the toilet, saying things like, "Toss in toilet, don't flush, wait for epic fountain." You would think that the OP would be able to interpret the comment as a joke, but sure enough, a few minutes later he posted another image, this time showing his hand holding the live grenade over the toilet along with the caption,
"What are people fucking doing, dude? Oh my god." I remember when, dude, my friend used to show me fucking live leak videos all the time, and they would fucking traumatize the shit out of me, because he would be like, "Oh, let's watch this." I'd be like, "What is it?" And it would just be some dude dying. And it used to be, there would be videos of guys actually playing Russian roulette for fun. What are you doing? You're not getting anything out of this. You're just like, yeah, I'm just going to throw a live round into a fucking revolver. Yeah, this same mentality here. Yeah, let me just juggle a live grenade from 30 fucking years ago. Oh, why don't I drop it in the toilet?
Should I? This is where the story gets pretty disturbing. After posting this image, the OP suddenly went silent. Over the following minutes, other commenters jumped in to ask him what he ended.
It's the same as smoking. You gotta be rage baiting. You gotta be rage baiting. You gotta be rage baiting. You're telling me I'm falling. Hey, bravo. I'm falling for it 100%. I'm not going to defend smoking cigarettes, But if you are ever given an option of smoking a Marlboro Red or playing Russian roulette, smoke the cigarette. What the fuck are you talking about? Yes, both have a potential to kill you. One's definitely gonna kill you quicker. One's definitely probably got a way higher chance of killing you. And that's probably the bullet in the fucking gun. Or holding a live fucking grenade and dropping it into a toilet.
But there was no response from the OP. Shortly after, a commenter uploaded a screenshot of an article that had been published by a news station in Guatemala that same day. Chillingly, the article broke the story of a 17-year-old boy named Oscar Lopez who had passed away after—
What?!
Chillingly, the article broke the story of a 17-year-old boy named Oscar Lopez who had passed away after detonating a live grenade in the bathroom of his house. According to the article, the boy's dad had been involved in the military at some point, which explains why it was in his home. Because of the timing, most of the commenters concluded that Oscar Lopez was the OP and immediately condemned the users who encouraged him to throw the grenade in the toilet. In the weeks following the incident, several news stations from Spanish-speaking countries published the story, which brought a lot of attention to the original thread on 4chan. Over the years, the story of Oscar's grenade has been reposted all over the internet thousands of times. And it's made its way into dozens of YouTube videos covering the most disturbing incidents caused by online threads. However,
bro, most disturbing incidents of online threads, there are people that actively like post on social media and try to get people to hurt themselves. Like there are people that go on like self-harm Reddit threads and like actively advocate for people to like hurt themselves or do so, like, whoa, man. I'm not trying to relate that to like another crime or another type of person, but like you're insane. Like if you're I understand it's online, but like, bro, that guy probably acts so casual every day just to go like doom scroll at night on threads and be like, yeah, you should do this.
Through my research, I wasn't able to find the original article or anything that would indicate that the story was real. Even after spending hours searching through online archives, I found absolutely no trace of the original article, which suggests that the article could have been faked. The only articles I did find were the ones that were published after the incident and cited only the original, non-existent article as their source. It's also pretty suspicious that the article was allegedly published pretty much within an hour of the OP's last comment, which further supports the idea that the whole thing was faked. It's possible that the OP himself could have posted the photoshopped article screenshot from another account to get attention. Or that he could have made the original post and then went quiet to get a reaction from the crowd, after which another user could have jumped in to keep the story going with a fake news article. Although, it's still very possible this is real, and the original article has just since been lost to time. Because the incident is over 15 years old at this point, we'll likely never know the whole truth.
Oh, but it's all anonymous? You're not able to, like, you can't look at, like, people's profiles?
Back in 2009,
like he didn't keep posting ever again after that?
Dozens of 4chan users started to bring attention to a pretty strange phenomenon that was taking place all over the internet, in which some mysterious comments about key lime pie were cropping up on countless websites, blogs, and forums everywhere online. Although the original 4chan threads in which these discussions took place have since been deleted, I was able to find some more recent Reddit threads covering the same key lime pie phenomenon.
Wait, so there was a thread that people were just posting about key lime pie a bunch?
In 2016, Reddit user KeyLimeWTF uploaded a long post about his or her investigation into the whole thing, and it read, "So, I'm just gonna throw this one out there since I haven't found anyone who's investigated or discussed this super weird, almost nonsensical mystery. To begin, I was reading a story in my local college newspaper. In fact, it was the most read article on the site. There were 3 comments on the story itself, and one of them seemed utterly strange. There's an absurd amount of references to pop culture names as well as some political names. But the subject of every line relates back to, more often than not, these things. Mrs. Anita Pelaez, Captain Coochie Pelaez, Key Lime Pie, some Coochie's restaurant, North Carolina near the Biltmore Estate, Key West, Florida. And not every post is exactly the same, but some are. Some reference weird.
I tried the Captain Coochie's key lime heartbreak. Dude, if I hit a cart right now, that would be bad. The worst punishments still used today. Is this like torture? What do they mean by punishments? Like for prisoners or people that they're trying to like extract information out of? The fuck is the wooden cane? The worst punishment used to Brazen Bull, I don't think they use that anymore. The worst punishment I don't think will be in this video, but I know exists, is I think it's in some South American countries. If you steal, it's not like government, but like locals will do it. I've seen videos of it, and it's fucking terrifying. If you like get caught stealing, you put both your hands like this, they just shoot you through your hands. So you'll see people with scars in like a bullet hole in their hand. That means they were a thief.
Let's start with the bad and slowly work our way towards the stuff of nightmares. Number 8, the wooden cane. Many
Pause. Yo, what is...
countries today still punish criminals by tying them up and whipping them. But just to make matters worse...
tying them up and whipping them? What countries still whip people?
It's often done in front of their peers and loved ones. In countries like Singapore, criminals convicted of...
they whip people in Singapore? I know you can get, like, put to death for having, like, a fairly low amount of drugs in Singapore. That's why that one time, did you ever see the video of Steve-O from Jackass? He swallowed a condom full of weed when he went into an airport, and he shit out in Singapore, I think. And then smoked it. And I'm like, you could, like, die. Or not maybe get put to death for that little amount of weed, but, like, he could have been in prison for a long time.
Violent crimes or vandalism can...
yeah, how did that not, like, fuck up his insides?
...still be sentenced to judicial...
it's life in prison? I'm Googling this. What is the sentence for marijuana possession, Singapore? Up to 10 years in prison and a $20,000 fine. If you have a trafficking amount of 500 grams, it's a mandatory death penalty or life imprisonment with caning.
Caning here.
Oh my God, bro. Do they have like a guy whose job is to just cane people?
The criminal's bent over and has their ankles and wrists tightly strapped to a large wooden trestle. Before the criminal becomes a piñata, the cane is first soaked in water for a few hours, making it a lot more flexible and primed for whipping. The man who carries out the punishment is a highly trained officer, trained to deliver each strike with maximum force and precision. After each strike, there's a long pause, just to make sure the criminal feels every bit of pain that is humanly possible, before the next powerful strike is delivered. The severity of the crime dictates how many strikes the criminal receives, but it can be as many as 24. Criminals are
24 strikes? Wouldn't you
typically
start like
with deep wounds?
I was gonna say you would start profusely bleeding.
But it can be as many as 24. Criminals are typically left bleeding with deep wounds and permanent scarring, leaving them with a life...
yo, what else are they caning you for? You think you get caned for like loitering? What crimes result in caning in Singapore? Vandalization, robbery, property offenses, weapon and explosive offenses. So pretty heavy crimes. But do they cane you once and then you just get thrown in jail?
Lifelong reminder of the hellish punishment they once received.
Robbery,
Number 7.
robbery. I stuttered. Robbery. Oh my God, white room torture. Where do they do this?
Room. There's a room so terrifying that is
that's like actually one of the worst ways. It's not like one of the worst torture methods physically, but getting put in a white room, you go insane in like 3 days.
Strikes fear into even the most hardened criminals. It's simply known as the White Room. Inside Evin prison in Iran, there's a small, all-white isolation cell where the bright overhead lights never turn off. And all outside...
really? Yeah, dude, Vsauce did a video where he got trapped in white room, or in a white room, like simulate white room torture for like 3 days. Immediately lost track of time because the lights are always on. You're in a white room. You don't interact with anything but white stuff, and your food generally is white as well. It's like sensory deprivation, but like to an extreme level that you start like hallucinating almost instantly. Like if you get thrown in a white room within a day, you're gonna fucking lose your mind. Not like to the point of, oh, you're permanently insane, but you're gonna, like if you were stuck in there for like 2 weeks, you're fucked.
Noise and human contact cease to exist. This punishment begins with the criminal being dressed in all white before being thrown into a completely soundproof all white cell. The bed, walls, floor...
Sorry, YouTube frogs, I'm hungover. How do you take my shirt off, dude? I'm like sweating, man. This is next level, dude. My body is radiating heat right now.
And even the plate and food they receive are all white. But it gets even worse. The guards outside the cell wear cushioned shoes to silence their steps, ensuring the prisoner never hears a single sound from the outside world. You see, the color white...
but what are they doing this for? Like, what crime would you have to have committed for them to throw you in a white room cell.
Wasn't chosen at random.
Like terrorism, like murder. I feel like it's going to be even like murderers just get thrown in jail usually.
White eliminates contrast, depth, and visual reference points. And since the brain doesn't get any stimulation from the outside world, it begins to create its own, tormenting the prisoner by spawning in vivid hallucination and noises that are not really there. And because the lights never turn off, prisoners lose their sense of time, not knowing whether it's been days, weeks, or even months that have gone by.
Yeah, it's usually like, if you watch it's a really good Vsauce video, by the way. You should definitely watch it if you haven't. But the problem is, you're stuck in this white room. There's no windows. You could say this about prison in general, but like, because you have no contact, no clocks, nothing, you fall asleep, wake up. You could have been asleep an hour, 5 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours. And so like instantly the second you go to bed, you've already lost track of time. So there was a moment where like he goes in, at a regular, clock time. Like he's going in at like, say noon. He's on a regular sleep schedule. By the end of it, he was only in there like 4 days. He was up at like 4 a.m. thinking it was like 3 p.m. Like literally exact opposite schedules.
There have been reports of prisoners remaining in this cell for up to 8 months, with some claiming that even after leaving, they have never been the same since. Number 6, amputation. Amputations are still used in countries like Iran, Yemen, Nigeria, and Saudi Arabia, and are typically reserved for thieves. For example,
they'll cut off your hands. I knew about the shit with the bullet in South America where they'll shoot you. They cut off your fucking hands? Oh my God.
In Saudi Arabia, thieves can still be punished by amputation of the hand, while armed robbers receive a little extra, having their hand and the opposite foot amputated. Now, before you—
Damn. That sucks. Like, that's worse than like 5 years in prison. Like, they're just chopping off your body parts.
Get the wrong idea. These countries—
Do you still have to serve jail time, or do they just chop your hand off and then you walk?
Do sometimes take it easy on criminals and just amputate the fingers instead.
That's not really doing much anyway. I mean, okay, now you got a palm, you got a nub. You cut your fingers off. I mean, that's not really helpful. I mean, you still have a palm.